Basshole Studios in Hollywood, California.
Yo, what time is it?
You're listening to I'm a Basshole with Doug Bass. We've all been one.
He's an asshole.
So let's laugh about it. Now, here's your host, Doug Bass.
Hey, what's up, Bassholes? Welcome to the Basshole Show. My name's Doug Bass. It is November 5th, 2024. It's election night. This week has been crazy so far already. I've had coyotes almost eat my dog in my neighborhood. There was a car that almost crashed into my building out front. Someone threatened me on email, and the presidential election is happening right now. Rob DeRocha and Jessica Alanese are here in the studio. I think we're live on Instagram and YouTube at Basshole Show. I think it's working. I don't know. We'll see. But let's jump into it. Happy election. Hey, guys. How's it going?
Hey.
Yeah?
Is it really happy election night?
I don't know if it's happy right now. It's
election
it's
night.
happening. It's happening whether we like it or not. Election night.
I tried
Sounds
to
like
not,
I'm being raped.
Well,
I tried
we
to
could
not
ask-
sleep so it wouldn't happen.
Really?
I was
You
like,
tried
how
to
can I
not
keep this
sleep?
day
I
going longer?
I think tonight you're not supposed to sleep because you're supposed to, you're anticipating like what's going to happen, I guess.
Every day,
Oh, there's
everything,
people
that,
listening right now, by the way.
Are they?
everything that happened
Did
yesterday.
they text you?
They messaged me on Instagram saying, I hope your show brings levity to this situation.
Oh, that's
all right.
probably not going to happen.
That's definitely not going to happen.
I hope this is the level-headed podcast I can listen to at this moment to bring me peace.
Yeah. Well,
meditate
good luck
towards.
with that. I mean, we have martinis and wine and beer.
Yeah.
Rob already negotiated a deal with the liquor guy next door to get the price down.
That's America.
I
Look at
haggle.
that.
I
See,
haggle.
look at that. You're already doing tariffs on the
USA.
the beer next door.
Yeah.
Give me beer.
You're like,
Give
bring
me
the
beer.
taxes down.
Oh, by the way,
beer.
I'm voting for Trump, everybody. I'm just
Now,
letting you know.
now we've,
He's going tomorrow.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know where everyone stands, whether you're a Trump supporter or a Harris supporter. Rob, I assumed you were a Trump supporter because you have
Really?
Well, because you have your Trump, impersonation
That's the
joke.
only
You love
reason.
him.
So I feel like you're a closeted Trump supporter.
He's one
Like
of those-
you're saying no, but then you went in
He's
there and
really
voted.
a great guy. I
You
really
went in
love
there and
that guy.
voted for him so you can do that joke 4 more years.
He's really great.
Yeah, that was a selfish reason. He was like, I really just need a little have that stand-up
Ah,
bit going
God.
a little
4 more
longer.
years.
Oh, my God.
4 more years.
That's one of the
Trump
reasons.
in Espanol.
You went with the name Roberto and signed in
Yeah.
for Trump.
That's one of the reasons I hope he does not win, so we don't have 4 more years of Trump jokes. And
Think
stuff.
about Bill Clinton lasted forever.
I know.
George Bush.
But it's like he went away for 4 years, but
Thousand points of light.
he really didn't. You know what I mean? Because
Oh.
he wasn't president, but he was still around.
no, we have almost 10 years now of Trump.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's like it's too much. I think,
He's so old. My God, it's like insane that
Look.
if he wins, when he's done, he'll be 82. That's insane.
He'll be almost Biden's age.
Biden's age. Yeah.
That's insane. Biden's old too, but Biden at least,
I mean, he's funny, Trump. I'll give him that. He's entertaining.
Yeah, well,
But
yeah,
it's,
it was.
but it's
I go
like
to-
I don't know about
I
president.
go to
but,
movies to be entertained. I don't go to the
Right, like
highest
why didn't they
position
give
of
him
power.
another reality show or like a arena stand up?
Make his own little country that he gets to manage in Florida by himself, and then let him live. Go do
His
his
that.
own country.
His own
Let him have
country?
a little cosplay
Trump
in Island.
Trump
Yeah,
Island?
give him Epstein Island. He can have that.
Oh yeah, he's familiar with
Give
that.
him
island.
Epstein's Island.
I mean, he has the
can
plane.
control
He's
it.
flying the same plane that Epstein flew.
That's the former plane
then-
that Epstein had. Is that true?
Yeah, and then also the fact that look, this is what I saw. I don't want to spread rumors.
Rob
or
is our
conspiracy.
political correspondent.
Coming in from MSNBC, it's Rob DeRocha. Go.
We have him on here for the facts because we want to.
I try to do with all the facts. I hate disinformation. Disinformation is that's the only reason why. One of the main reasons why I don't want him to be president is just the disinformation that he spreads.
Why
He's
don't we
very
just call it
divisive.
lies? Why do we have to call it disinformation?
Well, he's
it's
trying to
lies.
be politically correct,
It's
but
lies
I
and
don't have to be.
disinformation is done on purpose, right? Misinformation is done like if I give you misinformation right now that it wasn't his plane or whatever, but I'm pretty sure that it was his plane.
But I don't know. But I'm gonna say it was.
Yeah, I want to say it was.
What's the difference? What's the difference between misinformation and lies? Or disinformation and lies? They're the same thing.
It's fake news, is what he would call it, right?
So why don't you say he's lying? Why is
I
everybody
think
like
it's
he's
for the
being
purpose.
dishonest?
It's for the purpose of what it's doing. That's why he does it. Like today, when he's saying that there's great cheating going on in
Great
Philadelphia, there's a lot of cheating going on.
She's ahead in Philly right now.
Yeah.
And
Right,
he's
so
saying that there's cheating.
Right
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
there's cheating going on. So that's disinformation. There's a reason to create chaos. Now people are going to go over there, make the election last longer.
Yeah, he's planting seeds. Is what he's doing right now. Yeah,
Like bomb
yeah.
threats are being called in
Bomb
different
threats
places.
was in Georgia,
And I'm-
right?
Yeah,
and
and I'm not
they
saying-
delayed that a half hour now. Polls were
Right.
pushed back a half hour
Oh,
when
really?
they
In
closed
Georgia?
because of a bomb threat. It turned out to be fake, thank God.
And
but,
then there's the bullshit of like the 14,000 votes that were not counted right now because they're saying it was illegals. And
yeah.
I mean, I just don't get like how you can. Did you vote today?
Yeah. No, I early voted.
Did you go today? No, you didn't.
No, I put it in the ballot.
I did it last week. I dropped it
early
in one of the
voted.
boxes.
I checked to make sure it got counted.
I
though.
mean, I get a lot of people went today in person and waited online. The lines were long. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, I used to do that, but I don't want to do that. I mean, it's too much.
It
And
does
then
seem
you get
kind of
then you get
fun.
but then you get an argument with someone or some shit. You know,
It's
it's like-
ceremonious.
I
to go on the
literally
day
did
of.
not want to leave the house today. I took off from work. I was like, I don't want to go anywhere really.
You're treating like
I don't
the
want
wor-
to deal with people, you know. So I was
the
like, let's do the
apocalypse.
podcast. It's just too much going on.
Yeah.
I walked outside for like 10 minutes to walk the dog, and a coyote almost bit Penny and I coming down Sweetser. It was crazy.
Are we
He's just
talking about
hanging
the
out.
election, or are we talking about?
I'm talking about
Doug's
Is
hell.
that
good.
coyote?
Oh, we're
Doug's
talking about Doug's
coyote?
good rotten day.
I'm talking about
Good
the
for
end of
nothing
the
rotten
world
day.
is here. All these things, all these signs are happening, and like the end is coming. The end is near.
I don't know. There was a beautiful sunset. I thought it was very nice.
That was fire. That was fire. We're in LA. That was
That was
fire.
fire. That was smog. That was not a beautiful sunset.
For the last, I would say, 20 years, it's like every election has been. This is it. If you
know.
vote, but
But
this one is
This
really
one is it.
This one
This one
really
is it.
is
The
it.
first time he won, it was like, all right, wow, all
the
right, that
first time-
happened. That's all right. Let's see what happens. It's a joke. But now it's the sequel. He's back, and this is real shit now.
Well,
like,
now
this
he
is like
knows
this
how
is.
to-
I mean, he's Adolf too, right?
He knows how to do it wrong better,
Adolf
if that makes sense. Like the first time he was like, "Oh, I don't know the systems in and out,
But
so
he's
now
out,
I'm learning it."
He's
now,
out for revenge this
and
time.
now he knows
it's like,
it.
It's Porky's 2, the revenge. Like, you know, it's like
He's not
like,
gonna
It's
leave.
exactly like that.
But part two, there's always
why
a
couldn't
revenge.
you go with Kill
you-
Bill or something
can you
like
That's
that?
reference
not
a
called the
movie-
revenge.
Can you reference a movie I would know? Perhaps.
Kill Bill.
Batman
I've never seen Kill
Returns. I don't know.
Batman Returns.
Batman Returns.
The
Die
Count
Hard-
of
Die
the
Hard
Count
with-
of Monte Cristo.
No.
Die Hard with a
No?
Vengeance.
No.
That's a book too.
No.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, this one of the
What?
sequels.
You don't know any revenge movies? You've never seen a movie?
Freddy's dead.
You've never seen a revenge movie? Come
the
on, there's
sequel,
gotta be.
the sequel is always some sort of revenge, usually. Like you know. there's-
Well, they say the reason why he ran was for revenge for being like ridiculed with like
and
Seth
now he's
Meyers
winning.
and,
He might be winning.
Obama
you know.
and all
right
that.
now. Let's see where we are right now. It says
Ugh.
it's too early to call. Obviously, Kamala is ahead in Pennsylvania, which is a must state for her. I think at this point, right?
Yeah.
Every state's a must state right
Every
now.
state, but I mean, we're not going to get every state. But yeah, I mean, Pennsylvania
It's so
has
wild.
19 electoral votes up for grabs, and she's ahead.
Look, I know we're all for
53%.
Kamala, so I just have to like speak for the Trump people.
Okay, yeah. Because
And
we don't
I'm,
have.
I'm gonna say here.
Go ahead.
This is something that my friend sent me. And this is what I my algorithm is so fucked up because I try to listen to conspiracy theories and I try to listen to Trump supporters and I try to understand why they would vote for him. You know, like it just blows my mind away. But it's like if you want to focus on talking points and about lying about things, it's easy to do. I can say the same thing about Kamala. I said like Trump lie, whatever. I don't think she has said maybe anything that isn't bullshit. I care about results. She doesn't have any. Zero. Her campaign has been based on hating Trump, calling him a fascist, comparing him to Hitler, which you just did as well.
Right.
All the things that he's going to do. I'll stop there too. It's funny to me that people compare him to Hitler. I guess there's like little things that are sort of like Hitler, but
Yeah.
people get their supporters get so mad and they roll their eyes and they're just like, "How dare you compare him to Hitler? He's not Hitler."
If he wins, watch him grow a little mustache this round. And he'll be like, I just like the way he looks. What are you talking about?
It keeps my lip warm.
Yeah, could you imagine?
It's my lip.
if
It's a
he-
lip warmer.
If he did it, none of his like people would be like, "Hey, I don't think you should grow that." You know.
No.
I don't think he can really, to be honest.
Yeah.
So comparing him to Hitler, all the things that
But like Hitler wasn't Hitler before he started, and then he became
He
Hitler.
became Hitler.
So Trump
well, he was
isn't-
always Hitler, but he became the, you know.
It's like they're in
the
their
dictator
minds.
that
They're
he
like, he's
was.
not done
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
yet, and it's like, no, but we all know he will.
He will.
Well,
Like-
he
And
says
that's what the second-
that's the thing that I hate about everyone that is a Trump supporter that says like, no, the media is out to get him, but it's like he's the one saying the stupid shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like he's
yeah.
calling people vermin. That's the same thing Hitler did.
Yeah.
Well, last night, like, his closing rally speech last night, he's pretty much calling Nancy Pelosi a bitch, pretty
Yeah.
much.
I
Like,
think he called her a cunt. No,
I definitely, he didn't say the B word, but he was like, I'm not gonna say it, you know. But it's like that's how he closes his whole thing, and it's like, look, I get it. Like some people are for his policies. There's some things he might do.
But
right.
what policies? They don't. They never. The only policy. It's not even a policy. Was the border, and that's not even a
Right.
Well,
policy.
he talks about tariffs. He's like, I'm going to put
Right.
tariffs on China and like
Which has
imported
been
goods.
proven in the fact that Mark Cuban and
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
even going to pretend to understand completely, but I do listen to smart people, and
You're so smart people.
I try to get educated because I try to see it from as many points as I can. And from what I understand, is his tariff act would destroy America.
Yeah,
it
it would make
hurt
everything.
us.
It was kind of. I watched some videos where people were like, I need the tariffs because things are too expensive here," and then someone explained how it would break down, and like in real time, their mind was like, "Oh, no, I would have to pay it more."
Yeah,
And
I would
then,
have-
like
everyone's
realizing-
I would
gonna
have to
pay
sell
more.
my shirt for more
Yeah.
to make a
Middle
profit.
class is going to pay more, and the rich are going to, make out. Okay,
Yeah.
and that's
the
what it
fact
comes
that-
down to. And these people don't realize that really. And and then just the way he talks about to people, it's like I mean, this is aside from politics, like that's the example you want for like the younger generation speaking to people, like it's like if Trump can get away with saying all this crazy shit about people, it's like as a society, like oh that's okay to do. It's like fuck this person, this cunt, this
Well,
bitch, whatever.
right.
It's like
Even-
well the president does it, I don't care.
Even Elon Musk being like, the middle class is going to have to suffer, and that's just
Yes.
what they'll just have to
Right.
deal with that. Like we can't deal
And
with
Rogan-
life right
yeah.
now, let alone if we have
speaking
to
of-
suffer.
Well, speaking of smart people,
Wait,
let's go to Rogan.
Let me finish this
go
up.
ahead.
So I think that I'm saying that I'm calling him a fascist, whatever. All the things that he's going to do, destroy the country, threat to democracy, blah blah blah. We are aware that he has already been president, right? So that's what the first thing he's saying.
Yeah.
We are aware that when he was president and before he got hit with COVID, things weren't too bad. Arguably great? Question mark. Do you think he's full of shit sometimes? Yes. Do I think he should shut the fuck up sometimes? Yes. Do I think he's the best person to be leading the country? Do I think that he is the best country to be leading? No. Do I think he's better choice than Kamala to lead this country? Unequivocally, yes.
Well,
But no part of him is the country. He's leading himself,
he
his
wants
friends,
it for himself,
and
yeah.
that's it.
Well, that's the
there's-
thing. It's like
He's never talked about the single mother who's having to raise kids off of food stamps.
Yeah.
He's never talked about
Yeah, he
the
does.
people.
He says that he's going to protect them
Yeah,
whether you
whether
like
you
it or
like
not.
it or not. Yeah. And what does that mean? That's a threat. I mean,
Yeah.
whether you like it or not, I'm protecting you. Like it's like I'm going to come in there and protect you.
Anybody
like,
who's
that's-
ever said like that, no way.
That's like the boyfriend that you don't want. You know what I mean? It's like
It's like you have nothing
the
without
abusive
me.
boyfriend. That's what
That's
it is.
why like women are so strongly about it because we've been in situations
Yeah.
like that with men who are like, you're nothing without me. I'm the only
Right.
one who can do this for you. I'm the
Gaslighting,
only-"
narcissistic
And then you're like,
assholes.
no,
Yeah.
that's not how you. That's not right.
That's
no.
not right. Yeah. And then if he gets in office, it's like he's gonna have this revolving door of administration that comes in and it comes out like every.
he's
6
just gonna have a
months,
bunch of
Because he
Loyal.
only hires the best people.
Right, but then they leave after
Yeah.
6 months. They're like, "Fuck this shit." And
He's only going to hire
But his-
loyalists who say
his
yes to him.
loyalists, that's the thing is this time around he's just hiring loyalists. It's like that
Yeah,
that
but-
2025 thing, even though he says it's not his plan, that is his plan. The guy God,
He's even gonna
Steven
get-
whatever, he's in charge of it, and he co-wrote it. He's going to come out and he's already said that Trump's part of the plan. There's videos of it. Trump is in the videos.
Right. Well,
There's, yeah.
Trump
He's
got it.
going to even get like to have to succumb to Project 2025. Like he's going to think he's in power, and then they're going to be the ones kind of pulling the strings on him.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna, yeah.
Trump
But
got a last minute.
my response to this though too is when they call Kamala like dumb. It's like, well, she
Yeah.
beat him in the debate.
yeah,
like how
exactly.
stupid is your guy then?
Right. No, he
like
would-
how could he be that
well,
stupid?
he wouldn't do another debate at all.
But it's like when he called her mentally retarded and SNL like said like, oh, you
Right.
just lost a debate to a mentally retarded person.
Yeah,
then,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like.
exactly. Yeah, I mean, he's an idiot.
And wait, much of the hate you can't.
Like, it's a
you
long
hate.
message.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, the thing is, that's why I try to understand like why people. And this is a friend of mine. We didn't fight after this either. You know,
You should've.
as much as you can't stand and hate Trump, that you can't believe someone would willfully vote for him. I promise you, it's the exact same way I feel about Kamala. I didn't think there could be possibly someone worse than Biden, and then boom, there it is. It's wild that people can view things so differently and be so split. But the game of politics, like I said, I care about results. I care about the country. I care about the safety of my family and friends and all of them. This is some real crazy, real a scary world shit right now. Things that have started since Biden and Harris have been in the office. That's undeniable. I prefer when there wasn't. When the guy running against Harris happened to be our president, so
And that's a Trump supporter that you- that
because
you're
they say
friends with,
that,
yeah.
but they say that Ukraine would have never got invaded. That's
I know.
bullshit.
I tried to. I was going to call my parents during this podcast because they voted for Trump. And they're in Florida right now. But they're like, we're not picking up the phone if you call us after 6:30.
Thanks, Mom.
And I was like, why? What do you mean? I'm like, why don't you come on and talk about it? I'm like,
bully you.
because my dad will call me and he'll just be like, Trump, and then he hangs up. And I'm like,
Does he?
yeah.
That's such a Trump supporter shit.
He'll FaceTime me, and then he'll be like, Trump, 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 and then he like hits the button.
Wow, what an insight to your life right there.
And
I
I'm
love
just
that.
I'm like,
Could you have any of these recordings? Can we
no,
watch
I don't
any
have
of
it
these?
recorded. But like, I was like, let me call later, and like, you could talk about why you voted for Trump.
Your own dad
and they're
is
like,
gaslighting?
they're like, no, we don't want to go on your program. No,
He's
no.
It's
taunting
your
you.
program. I love that. I love when parents call things you do your program.
I'm like, I'll call you. You come on. He's like, no, I don't want to be. My dad is on Facebook. Like, he's got a Facebook account, and like, he'll like and like go on like all my friends' stuff and like and leave a comment. But he doesn't have a profile picture. He has no information. He's like a troll. He's like
Does
a
it
troll.
say Doug's dad or?
No, it just says Pete. It says Pete, and then
Oh, Pete!
Pete.
Fuck that guy, dude. No, just kidding.
No,
I've
but
seen his
then he goes on and he comments and he's a troll. Like, he does like, why don't you put a photo up there? He's like, no, I don't want anyone to know who I am. It's like, you're literally a troll. Like, on the
Dude,
internet.
how old's your
I love
dad?
that.
He's like 78.
Oh
70,
my
77,
God,
yeah.
my mom. What is going on here?
I know.
Really?
Yeah, they're Republicans. When I call my mom, I'm like, I'm gonna put you on the phone, Mom. She's like, no, I'm not going on that. I'm not going on that.
There's so many fucking trolls out there. Like I troll people too, though.
We're all trolls.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
comment on like Elon Musk stuff,
Right,
or like,
right.
and people will attack me. I'll have like 500 likes on something that I
Right,
said.
right.
And people
Well, yeah,
are like,
people get pissed.
You're an idiot.
That's
No.
the stuff where, like last week's episode, people were commenting on.
Oh, yeah. Do you
on,
have
the, on
that?
the Tony Hinchcliffe stuff. We had a lot of
yeah.
trolls that were commenting on
Or bots.
I don't know if they're bots, but I mean,
Did they seem real?
I mean they did.
You said like
because-
some of them only had like one follower, like no followers.
Well, yeah,
No,
a lot of the
that's
people
not-
that comment have like no videos and like one follower or
On YouTube or on Instagram?
yeah,
or what?
on YouTube. Yeah,
Oh.
it's like like the episode we put up of the episode we put up of the Tony Hinchcliffe thing last week. It's like people were like, oh, someone wrote Gary Visionary 6854 wrote the title should be changed to failed comedian and podcaster cry for 40 minutes.
Oh, for your thing?
For the episode
Yeah,
last
but we
week.
weren't crying.
We're not crying. But all these people that are commenting have like, they're saying, "Oh, you don't have a lot of followers or views, Doug." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, I'm not Joe Rogan or whatever, But it's like you have no followers or like you have no videos up, It's like
You don't have anybody
who cares?
following
It's who
you.
cares? But like it's like
Oh, I love those comments. When I have comments like that on some of my shit.
yeah, someone wrote, "Good luck with the dozens of views." It's called comedy.
I love that.
Yeah, a sponsor
Nailed it.
with almost 1,000 subscribers. I respect it.
Did you watch the clip of Tony? Obviously,
Yeah.
yeah. What
Yeah,
did
I
you
saw
think
it.
of it? Since you were supposed to be on that podcast, but we did like a last minute just 'cause
Yeah, we did
wanted
a
to
last
talk
Oh, I
about
wasn't
it.
invited.
It was like 40
Well,
minutes.
we decided like within 5
No
minutes.
girls allowed.
No, we were
decided.
gonna have you, but then like Rob's, I'm like I have to. I was like because it was such a hot topic. I was
Oh,
like
yeah.
I have to put something.
and then he
out.
got a lot of views on it.
So
Not
I'm like
a lot.
I'm
but-
either gonna like do it myself or like if you're around, just stop by. We'll do 30 minutes.
I don't know Tony Hinchcliffe, obviously. I'm not a fan of roast humor when the other person isn't able to either reply or in on the joke with you.
Right.
So the nation of Puerto Rico.
The nation of Puerto Rico was not invited to roast him back.
Not the nation,
I would
Yeah,
love
yeah.
if they did
Yeah.
as a nation. That would be amazing.
That would be great. Yeah.
I'm just never a fan of like mean comedy. I don't like it as much.
I don't like roast battle and all that.
I love
yeah.
roast battle when it's two people who are like we're friends and we're going to roast
Sure,
and it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
and
Yeah,
you
it's
know what's going on.
It's respected. Yeah.
Yeah, but when it's like just to shit on somebody, just to shit like
Right.
that, I'm like that's
It's
like little boy humor. Like I don't like it. It's not my style. It's not my preferred thing to watch. So I wasn't a fan of it. Not if I like everybody's like I can't wait to be on Kill Tony. I'm like I could do it. I don't want to go.
Do you still want to be on Kill Tony?
I've never
guess.
wanted to
people
be
wanna
on-
go- People want to get on because they get notarized, and it's like
I've never wanted to be on it because I don't want to sit up there and get shit on for 2 minutes just to like be like that was so fun. Like
Right.
like just to get hazed. I don't want to do that. That's not my goal.
Well, I mean, speaking of
Like that's
I-
like being with like fucking like I don't know, someone making you stand in a diaper on the corner of a street, and you're like, I love it because this is Kill Tony. Like that's so stupid.
yeah, well, people are thriving for attention, and they'll do anything to get on
Yeah.
famous. Or
I know, but the roasts are just so like, and I agree too. Like, I mean, I knew the guy that started it. Brian Moses. He's a friend of mine, and I know a lot of those guys. And when they were doing it, it was still funny, like the way the whole history of that and how it got started
Right,
and everything.
yeah.
But then when I went to a couple and I saw some of the roasts too, but they just got so
Some of them
fucking
are,
mean.
Some of them are really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like like that's why you're gonna die of cancer. I don't know, like
Right,
maybe
right.
even a cancer diagnosis.
Well, some of them are just like it's like too much. It's like
Yeah.
it's
and
like.
it's like, dude, like what?
I mean, even when you watch a roast like the Tom Brady roast or whatever, like yeah, it's funny, you know. But it's like I mean, it's like I don't know. I mean, the roasts have been around forever, you know.
Yeah.
But it's like they've definitely gotten crossing the line like 20 times worse, I think, than when like Don Rickles would do it. Or
yeah,
something, you know, like,
fucking cunt.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, it's like
that's
it's like-
the
I will
punchline.
say the joke itself that he said, if you were to take it out of being on a political stage, funny. That's fine.
Which
like
one,
that's
the garbage
the
one?
gar-
Well, if
that's
it's in a
fine,
comedy
whatever.
club, if it's a comedy
Yeah.
club, sure, do it.
But the fact that
you
you're
know?
when you're on a political stage, you're no longer being like a comedian who's making jokes. You're a person who's representing that candidate,
Right.
And now you're just attacking an audience for no reason.
Right.
In a comedy club, people came, they paid money, they signed up to be roasted, to be whatever, to be a part of it. So it's not the joke itself taken out of that environment. Sure, fine, funny, whatever. People would say that, but like in that environment on that stage, not a fan. Not
My
a fan of
favorite
it.
thing about the whole Tony Hinchcliffe thing, I mean, it's been all over the news, CNN, everything like that, is that everyone that's reporting about it has just been like referring to him as the comedian
Oh,
that
yeah,
said
yeah.
this. Like they haven't said his name, which I love.
noticed that
Which I
today.
love because I'm like,
Why did I say his name?
a lot of
They-
people
they-
haven't though.
no,
A lot of
they
people are
did-
saying like the comedian that said this. Like
They
they're
did
not
at
giving
first.
him. They're not giving him like a lot of the
At first, they kept saying the comedian Tony Hinchcliffe of Kill
Right.
Tony, blah blah blah.
But today I heard like
After-
5 times the comedian. Like I didn't hear his name.
Yeah, in the last like couple of days, they have not been saying his name.
Yeah.
They're just like the comedian.
Right, and I love that actually because I'm like, you know what, fuck it. Like you don't need name dropping.
Yeah.
I
all
mean,
right.
he did his job. He was pandering to the
Sure.
crowd, and
But it's like, why was he
But it
hired
was-
for that to begin with?
To me,
you
it
know?
was very racist, and whatever. I get it. It's comedy, but the floating garbage thing,
Yeah.
I don't know. It just wasn't like
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
And then supposedly he did it at a club prior to that.
Yeah.
And it didn't get the response that he
He did
thought
it
so. But
anyway,
then
yeah.
he said, like, "No, I'm going to be pandering to the crowd," and
right.
And that's what he did.
When you have to explain it to the crowd, it's like,
I mean, he could have been there and just been like this the entire time, and they
Right.
would have fucking went crazy. You know,
Yeah.
like
yeah.
Well, someone said that they made a good point. They were like comedians, just like journalists. It was Kiki Anderson. I'm sure you guys know her. Put on her like, which was a good comment that comedians, just like journalists, shouldn't take sides. You should have an unbiased opinion so you can shit talk on both of them.
Sure.
Once you take a side, now you're just like that person. You can't. You know what I mean? Like you need to be unbiased
Right.
to have a good, whatever point of view or talk shit about people.
Yeah, well,
That's what
yeah, that's why I try to understand Trump supporters.
well,
that's why I talk to my
Trump got a
friends.
last minute endorsement from Joe Rogan late
But that
last
was like
night, right?
surprising. Like I thought he already wasn't that assumed. You're bald headed
It was
guy
assumed,
in Austin,
but it was
Texas.
assumed, but it
Aren't
was
you like
like-
assumed?
Well, here
you're-
let's play that clip that you sent me before.
Well, maybe if Kamala actually went on the podcast instead of
But like, why
avoiding
would you
it.
go just to be that? Would
I don't know. I think it would have been smart of her to do it.
I consider universal basic income a really good idea. I want free college education. Take it easy. Hello, Bernie.
How are you, Joe?
Wonderful. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I like Tulsi and I like Bernie.
Are you
That's
showing
it.
how
Oh, yeah?
he used
Everybody
to
else can
be
eat
and
shit.
now
Look
it's
Look at
how
you,
he's
fucking
changed?
progressive.
Yeah, I think
I
I'll
can't-
probably
I can't
vote
hear
for
what it's saying,
Bernie.
but
I think
what
he's looking out for the interests of the working people, and I think he wants people to have a better life and do better. And I'm all for that. And if that means I have to pay more in tax, like people think, oh, you're a socialist. I've heard people say that. Oh, you're a fucking socialist, bro. Like, first of all, he's not even a socialist. He's a democratic socialist. It's a different thing. I would like to spend more in taxes if they could fix inner city communities and take these poor neighborhoods and throw a fuckload of spend more, you fucking Republican piece of shit. 87% of scientists said that human activity is driving global warming. I'm very pro-choice. I'm very women's rights, civil rights, gay rights, trans rights. I'm even universal health care. Obviously, this protected status is driving me crazy. This thing that Trump's doing with children that were born in other countries and then brought over here as children, and then they're talking about deporting them. That drives me fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's
that kind of shit.
very-
And the hard right version of that is despicable. These people that I see online, why didn't they apply for citizenship? Oh, who knows? Maybe because they're fucking 13. I don't give a fuck if they broke the law. You don't take parents and kids and separate them. You just fucking don't. You know Alonzo?
No, who's that?
A funny comedian.
Yeah.
He goes, not all Donald Trump supporters are racist,
Yeah.
but all racists are Donald Trump supporters.
that he definitely awakened that side.
But the January 6th.
So that's basically being like he used to be partisan, and now he's a Donald
Yeah, I
Trump.
mean, he did
Can I tell you
he did
my
a
theory
whole
on that?
180.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
My theory on that is the fact that what happened during COVID, like I think it broke a lot of people. A lot of misinformation was being handed out, not disinformation, misinformation by the news sources like CNN. They fucked up a lot of things. And when they went at him and when he got COVID and then he wanted to like live his life and then they discolored him. You remember that? No, you don't know about that? They had a picture of him and he like looked a little bit more yellow. Rogan.
Oh, okay.
When you remember when he had COVID and they had like a picture of him?
Yeah.
They tried to make him look sicker than he was. And it was like this crazy shit where like he was pointing it out on his podcast. And I was listening to him like at that time a lot. So I think like same thing with Adam Carolla. They just like broke. They were lied to. The vaccine was supposed to cure everybody and
Yeah,
you weren't gonna get sick. But then people did get sick. The whole mask thing comes out where like, oh, you didn't need to be 6 feet away from someone that was all made up. I mean, you can go on and on.
It's also
No, but-
like Rogan moves to Texas. Now he's a huge
hate-
multimillionaire. It's
Wait,
like,
I hate
it's
that
like,
science thing. I mean, I know COVID's over, whatever, but like people are like, "Oh, well, I was lied to. They told me it's science. If you know anything about science, you're just testing a hypothesis out until like, and then you prove wrong, and then you fix it. Like that's science.
Yeah, they didn't
Nothing
know-
in science is like this is it. It's black and white. It's evolving.
But that's why people were scared at that time and people didn't know. And you were absolutely right. And I agree with you 100%. But this is like Adam Carolla got chastised. They would like went at him, the Huff Post and all these people. And that's why he's like, if you listen to I can't listen to his podcast anymore because every single time you bring up
yeah, it's
COVID
too much.
or whatever, he goes into the same rant about how they arrested one paddleboarder out there, like when he was out in the ocean. But it was like the government going too far. And at the same time, like people like Newsom was at a dinner. And I mean, I try to look at it from all sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they feel lied to and they feel like,
I think for that, there's like should be an understanding of nobody knew what was going on. We were all doing our best with the information we have. Some decided to stay at home. Some said, I can take a risk and go have dinner, whatever. But everybody was just trying to do their best. No one was attacking one side or the other. And I think some people are like, I was lied to, or like whatever. The government was trying to control.
Everyone's
just trying
lied
do their
to.
well,
best.
Robert F. Kennedy came out with that book too about Fauci. And then
Yeah,
it's just
and
like,
then and he's
I have friends that have like read that book and all of a sudden they just feel like the government is just completely lying to you at all times. Fauci started AIDS. Just in that, like, it just goes on and on this
he started
rabbit
everything.
hole.
COVID
and-
and
different
AIDS.
Fauci ouchie.
I mean,
Yeah.
look, we're all getting lied to, like
Yeah.
by everyone. So
Yeah.
it's like
I mean-
it's like we all need to accept that. That's part of the thing that's delivered to us through any politician, even Donald Trump, who's not a politician or whatever.
I think
but he's
that-
the biggest liar of them all.
But that's why people like him is because of the
Right.
fact that he's
But-
against the machine. They
He's
see him
against
as
the
somebody
machine.
that's not part of that
he
group.
talks to them like he's like hanging out with them at the bar or whatever, and
like
they,
he's giving blowjobs. Yeah.
or blowjobs on a mic
Which a
stand
bad
or whatever.
blowjob by his little mimic. Oh my god, that'd be awful.
He doesn't have the
he didn't even
experience.
spit on it. He just
I know,
spit
come
on
on.
it.
He needed the Haktua girl.
Yeah,
on his
exactly.
cabin.
That's
She should have been upstage with
It should have
him.
been
Why
like
wasn't
that.
she at the
He
rally
should have used two
before me?
hands and just been like
I'm
this.
surprised
I
she
know.
wasn't like asked to be there. It's like,
I feel
follow
sorry
Tony
for him to be
Hinchcliffe.
that old and never gotten a good blowjob. That's his example. That's all he can do. That's so sad.
I mean, look at Melania, the way she greeted him at that ceremony.
She hates him. Oh my God, she's trapped.
She
That
air
poor
kissed
woman.
him on the cheek twice. It didn't
That-
even touch his cheek.
I
Air
couldn't.
kissed.
Ew. That like she's like, I don't want your spray tan on my makeup. No, thank you.
She
Oh my
is,
God.
she is like, God damn it! Like, if he wins, I am stuck in this fucking marriage
She's
for
like, all I
another
wanna do is for
fucking
him to
4
die.
years at least. Like, if he went to prison, like she would have been out of there. You know what I mean?
She's like, I
it's
just want him
it's
to die or go
But
to
now
jail.
she's got to deal with this shit if he wins for another 4 years.
But
you
then
know?
people just see him as a savior, and that's the thing. They hijacked.
I know.
They hijacked the American flag. That's why I was glad Kamala started talking about the American flag and talking about patriotism because they've hijacked patriotism. They hijacked.
I have family members posting like, "Oh, thank Jesus Christ tonight that please save this man Donald Trump because he's dealing with demons and and it's like and these are like aunts that I have like they're religious, they're Christians, and it's like thank Jesus Christ, like Trump doesn't give a shit about Jesus Christ
so-
or
he-
you.
The basic fundamentals of Christianity, like all of that is maybe it's just like Catholicism, and it's like the 10 Commandments: love your neighbor, don't cheat, don't steal, blah blah blah. And he literally breaks all of those, the basic instructions of being a good Catholic or whatever. And I'm like, how are you like that's our savior? That's
I know.
like
So
that's
I
don't know.
I want to look it up right now, but I can't. But in the Bible, there's a character because it's all characters in the Bible.
It's mythology.
He's not. Yeah, exactly.
Well, people think it's real.
I know, but
there's that debate
Jesus
too.
isn't real?
There's a
No.
person that wasn't.
Judas is
Not
real?
in
he
this
wasn't,
house.
He wasn't. He wasn't holy or religious, and he did some evil things. But then he turned and he saved the people. Like so, that's the way they see Trump. Is like somebody that isn't perfect, isn't innocent, and he's the one.
Right,
That's,
he has sinned, and now he's come
sinned.
for
Now he's-
redemption,
yes.
and like we got forgiveness,
no,
confirmation.
this is what I've
Right.
listened on
we will
different podcasts.
forgive him because that's
Mormon
what the
Bible?
Lord Jesus Savior has preached upon us and all this shit. You know, it's like we all err and make mistakes and sin. So
Yeah, but we all don't try to run the country.
right, exactly, and you know, I mean, I don't know. I mean,
That's crazy though that Joe Rogan, I didn't realize he was so like level-headed before.
well, last
and
night I was watching.
He was, but like I said, I think COVID fucking changed him.
Well,
man.
COVID changed a lot of people. I mean, look,
says
COVID changed me. COVID changed everyone. COVID, you know, I mean, life-altering decisions were made during COVID, whether it be political or
They
personal
compare
or
him
whatever.
a
You know,
biblical character named Cyrus.
Cyrus.
Yes, and then supposedly that person, the Christians are comparing Donald Trump to that, and then that's why they're voting for him. That's why the evangelists.
I don't know enough about that. But
Yeah, but I heard a whole podcast about it, but that's exactly what's happening. It was a guy named Cyrus who had bad tendencies, and he changes to save the Jews or like save the Christians or whatever it is. I don't even know. Like, I don't want to give misinformation on that.
No,
one,
it's all right. I mean, yeah, because we get threatened nowadays.
Yeah, the
we're
Bible
getting
believers would
emails
be
about
mad.
being threatened and you know whatever. That's a whole other thing.
It's just fascinating to try to understand why people are voting for them. Like even like Robert, like
Well,
F.
people. I
Kennedy
mean, I know
and-
why people are voting for them because they're like, obviously, we don't have. No one likes the choices, and I'll give them that. But it's like they like that choice
It's
better than
Kamala
Kamala.
fucks up.
Now, do you think if she was not in the race, if Joe had stayed in, Biden stayed in, where do you think
Trump.
where do you think we'd be right now?
No,
It would be Trump easy,
It'd be,
270.
it'd be over, right?
you play that song "Landslide" or whatever.
We'd have an answer by 8 p.m. Like, as soon as the last
They'd be like,
poll
we don't even
closed.
need to count, to be honest.
Yeah,
We already know
exactly.
this. Let's just fucking.
I was watching last night at midnight on the news, and the first votes came in. It was a tiny resort town in
love
New
that little
Hampshire.
town.
It's called Dixville, New Hampshire. Gives the first election
Oh,
appropriate.
appropriate.
And
They're
it's
so cute.
it's a there's 6 people in the town.
And they get an electronic.
No. It's paper ballot. They all went in like they were in like this little cabin or some shit.
They're so
and they had like a guy
cute.
playing the accordion, and they had like like snacks, and like there was more press there than voters. And it was six people, and they went in. Each went in, and then they put it in this box that was like like.
What is this, like, little walkie-
80 years old or
Did they
whatever.
tell you the numbers at the
So
end?
yeah,
He's
so
getting
wait,
there. Let him tell his story.
so they each go in, they do it, and they're filming the whole thing live, and they each put in their thing, and then they put it in the box once the 6 voters done, and then the guy in charge of the counting the votes, whatever, comes out and then takes all 6 of them, and then he shows the box, it's empty to like the cameras. He's like, all right, it's empty. Those are all the votes because we don't want any fraud, So
God forbid.
Then they literally, there's a woman sitting there that opens one and just like. 1 vote for Donald J. Trump and blah blah blah, whatever else, and then they mark it on a dry erase board, and then she reads the next one, another vote for Donald J. Trump, and they do that, and it ended up they went through all 6, and there was 3 for Trump and 3 for Harris in the town. So it's like
That is the cutest thing ever.
It was kind of like, oh, this is nice.
Were they married or
I don't
these
know,
people?
but they have to be friends. So you got to be like, is there arguments between those 6 people? Like, no, fuck you, get off my lawn. Like,
They
it's like,
have to.
it's like I know who you're voting for.
Yeah,
It's like-
exactly.
That is the cutest story. I
It is
love
ki-
it.
it is kinda nice,
It's like their
though, right?
tradition at midnight.
yeah. At midnight, they're the first votes
they're
that are
first
cast
votes to come
in
in.
the country. Yeah.
3 and 3.
Why don't they just name them by name? Like, all right, Sally voted for.
Because it's
It's
anonymous.
It's not, but everybody's like looking around.
They mix
Yeah,
it.
but
They mix it
everyone
up.
knows.
They mix it up like a 5-card hand of poker.
I would love it if people get mad. They're like, I didn't know you were a Trump supporter. Like,
Yeah,
there's,
exactly.
There's 6 of us.
Oh, I can't hang out with you anymore. But you're the only person I know in town. Fuck,
I want them to
gotta
do
move.
it like heads up, 7 up. Like put your thumbs
Yeah,
up for Trump. Put your thumbs up.
That's ridiculous, though.
I saw your shoes. I know who you were.
But I mean, they're saying this race is going to come down to Pennsylvania.
They
maybe
say whoever wins
deciding it.
Pennsylvania will.
I mean,
But if Kamala loses Pennsylvania,
I mean,
they will win. She still has a path to win if she wins Georgia and all that.
Pennsylvania's. I mean, I lived in Pennsylvania for almost 4 years. I lived in Allegheny County, Pittsburgh, which is heavily Democratic, but we would go up to Butler County, and that's Republican right next door. So it's like it's such a diverse state. It's interesting that there's so much.
There's only a few counties left with no votes coming in.
Yeah,
Pittsburgh's already.
That's a tough state to crack because it's like there's so much variety in that
and
state.
It's, like I feel like you look at the big metropolitans, those cities are usually Democratic, and then it's like the suburb, like the whatever urban area, not urban, suburban areas.
There's also prisoners who can vote. Did you hear about that?
In Pennsylvania?
No, not. There's 2 states.
If one can run for president, like a felon can run for president, then yeah, they could vote.
There are 2 states that allow prisoners to vote in the election.
Wait, so which states?
The states are Maine and Vermont.
Oh.
They allow incarcerated prisoners to vote in the election and cast ballots.
What if
They're saying it's because low literacy rates and little access to information means many inmates don't exercise their rights to cast ballots, but they're allowed to in those 2 states. That's interesting that there's only 2 states that allow that.
What if you're
To allow
shipped
criminals to vote?
Criminals, yeah.
What if you're shipped in to like if your crime was in Arizona but you're staying in the Maine prison? Does your voter registration change to Maine?
That I don't know. I don't know
Or what
the
if like
answer to
vice
that.
versa?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I know I asked the good questions.
Yeah, I
here.
don't know. I don't know the answer to that. But there's
CNN over
I
here.
should be a reporter. Hire me,
well, they're
CNN. I need a job.
Newsmax.
They're
I need a
saying that
job.
they are percolating other states to possibly pass legislation, possibly Massachusetts, Hawaii, New Mexico, maybe New Jersey. I don't know. I mean, that would change the election big time, don't you think, if all these prisoners were allowed to vote? I mean,
I think they should
I'm
be.
sure Trump might like that.
I think they should be because like the part of being in jail is you're supposed to rehabilitate people to
Right.
be contributing members of society.
Right.
And
I
that
say
would
fuck them. No, take their vote
what?
away.
No, they should be contributing members of society. So give them that 1 inch of like
You
Give them,
fuck
give them a
freedom
vote?
and-
Yeah.
20 years, and then you can vote.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's like
20
you decided to do something
They
stupid.
could swing,
I get
they could
it,
swing
but
the election.
I don't think
different
that's a blanket statement. People who are in there for a long time who are like 1 incarcerated for the wrong reason, like they're doing appeals. I don't think that's a fair thing.
Yeah. What if they're guilty though? They committed a crime. They raped
What
somebody
if they're guilty?
or whatever.
What if they're
Like-
guilty of voter fraud?
Like, what is it? What is your decorum like, or not decorum, but what do you feel would be okay? Like, if someone rapes somebody, like, should they be allowed to vote? Like,
I mean, do they want to lower taxes? Like, I guess, yeah.
What if they got arrested?
I don't
What if they
know.
got arrested for voter fraud? Would they be allowed to vote?
Then no.
no.
Oh well,
Yeah,
but if they
you're
rape
fine.
someone, they're
You know, that's
if
the
they
part-
rape someone, they're allowed.
If you murdered somebody,
That's Jessica's thing.
if
Yeah,
you
it
murdered
comes down to the
somebody-
crime. They'd have to examine each prisoner to be like, what are you in for? And then you're not.
Well, because
you're
I feel
allowed
like
to
some
vote.
people, I don't know, maybe, or is everybody in prison for felonies?
Well, they're saying misdemeanors.
Yes.
Misdemeanors, you're allowed to vote. I
I
believe.
think most of them are for.
If you're in there for a
adults.
misdemeanor, you
You're
should be able to
incarcerated.
vote.
Yeah. Well, it depends on the state, obviously.
Well, also too, you know what? Now, okay, there's people who are in there because they can't afford bail and they have like 3 speeding tickets that they haven't been able. or,
Wait,
like,
wait,
whatever.
time
Those
out.
people.
This is why Gascon should like. Did you vote for California? Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Did you vote for Gascon?
No, fuck
big
no,
no. He's
no.
a fucking-
That
he's
like
an
you
idiot.
just said right now. That is what's insane. Is like if you can't afford it,
He's horrible.
yeah, exactly. Then you you get released.
No.
He's the worst.
He needs to go, man. He
Wait,
Yeah.
if you can't afford it, what do you mean?
Like what you just said. Like if
Yeah.
you had like 3
they
speeding tickets or whatever,
let them
like-
back out.
Yeah, they let them back out.
All these homeless people that are out stabbing people in LA and shit, like
Yeah.
they were in prison for like a month maybe or whatever, and then Gascon lets them out again because they can't they're
they
running out
can't
of room.
afford.
They
They
can't run
really
out of
can't
room.
afford the bail.
Yeah.
So
And-
then it's supposedly helping the poor people, but at the same time you're letting these lunatics.
but then they let them out
run
and they
amok.
kill
What is
some
their-
girl in a fucking furniture store in La Brea or whatever.
What's
you
the
know? It's like
crime that they committed that got them in there in the first place?
It's-
fucking murder, rape, anything.
No, not murder
Well,
or
no,
rape. It's
rape.
usually like it can be anywhere from like assault.
Yeah.
Like they already assaulted
But they
somebody.
assault someone, and then a couple of them have committed murder after
Yes.
being released, and
Yes.
now they're in there again for murder.
And
But
it's
like
happened
if
in
they
the
had
OC,
if they had
it
kept
happens
them in
in so
there,
many places.
these poor people would be alive. That one girl that was working in the furniture store on La Brea. She
Well,
got
I'm talking
stabbed in the middle of the afternoon by some homeless guy who was arrested on assault or whatever.
No, I'm talking about people who get people who have the chance to get out on bail before they get like arrested or like officially
But that's the
arraigned
thing
at a
is,
courthouse.
they do not give. I think that like, the bail is almost nothing.
Yeah.
They lower down the bail to let people out, and then
Right. So
these
it's
criminals.
affordable, yeah.
Exactly. So he's trying to help people. The road to good intentions, or whatever.
Well, now he's going to let the
are-
Menendez brothers out.
Right. What is it? The road to what? Yeah, he wants to let them out.
That was
I think they should be let
well,
out.
that was an election.
What is it? The
stunt,
road
I think,
to?
right? What do you think about that? That was an election stunt, right? Him doing that at this
What the
time,
Menendez?
opening that case again right before the.
I think they should
election.
let him out.
I mean, sure, why not? Fuck it.
I mean, they've been in there. They're contributing members to the prison.
Yeah.
They're not causing any
uh,
issues.
Some of the family members think that they should be let out, and some don't. So I don't know.
I don't think they did it in a crazy like I love murder.
They
and I just
were
want to murder
abused.
people all the
Obviously,
time.
there was abuse there.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, the
they've
road
been
to
in-
hell is paved with good intentions,
it
and
feels-
that's what
it
fucking
feels like
Gascon did.
It feels like we're in hell now, honestly.
No, but that's what he did. It's like he tried to help people out with good intentions, and then now like we have so many fucking criminals out, and especially in
But there's-
California. That's why they
yeah.
have in CVS it says if you steal like over $950, that's a felony.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
now there are.
So now they're all like the criminals are already know like, oh, I can steal up to 900.
But
and I won't be put in prison.
Did you
Yeah.
see that one store? I don't know where it was, but it's everything in the store is $950.
Yes,
and they're like,
they're trying to battle
if
that.
you steal a thing of chapstick, it's $950, and it's grand large theft or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
and now you're arrested and you're in jail.
I
or
think there's
whatever.
like I don't know. There's like
That's
a lot to it, but
That's
but
Gascon's
then
calling.
but if you're a customer, they bring it up. It's like, oh, there's a sale. It's actually like $1. It's like,
how are they ever going to get people in there? That's crazy.
they don't
but,
want
like,
people in there unless you're
There's
gonna buy
people
something.
who do the same, like rape somebody, who are white collar millionaires who get out on bail. They
Donald
still
Trump?
did the same crime as somebody who doesn't have,
this
that.
is Gascon's reasoning.
Yeah.
And they get to go out free and live
Right.
their life. And they again, the situation, they have access to a life that's like fulfilling and whatever. And these people don't. So they're angry and they have like other outlets, their mental health and all of that. So I don't know. That's tough. I don't think that's fair to take that all away. And
What you're saying is exactly what Gascon was trying to do. And then I agreed with it and I voted for him, unfortunately, for the first time when he ran and he won. And then ever since then, this happened during COVID. Ever since then, there's been like people being let loose because it's the same exact thing. That's
Yeah,
why I
I
try
know.
to understand
He's-
both sides.
he's-
I love the fact of what you're saying is
But he's been horrible.
like verbally and on paper or whatever, it sounds great. But fucking people take advantage of it and
we have
then
to
they
also put
ruin
the
it.
resources behind letting them out, like to make sure they go into like a safe space and they
But
have
they
like.
don't. They just let them out, and then they run amok, and then they do like the furniture store, or like there's plenty of stories of people being
there's
released.
so many stores, especially in this city. Of
But how
people
many
being-
stories are like of the opposite, where like they got released and are fine?
Well, they don't make the stories.
They don't make the stories because the people don't want to read them.
They're not
exactly.
stories.
They don't want to read the good feel like stories. Like yeah.
Hey, is there another beer?
Yeah.
Can I have
it's
one?
in the yeah.
All right,
Go,
I'm gonna
go.
here talk for a minute. I'll be right back.
Yeah, but
Talk for a
it's
minute.
Jesus.
Talk.
No, what you just said right now is exactly what I like. I believed in it,
Yeah.
and you're right. I agree. Like people that come from poverty deserve to get bailed,
Yeah.
but it's happened now, and then they've taken advantage of it, and that's why our city, Los Angeles, which I love, is running amok. Is the camera going to be on me the whole time? It doesn't really.
I don't know. I guess I'm not talking.
I think it's better to
no
look at
one here
her.
to- there's
It's
no one
better
here.
to look at her.
Well,
You
look,
don't-
I
no
don't
one
have-
wants to look at me.
Is
I
the
don't
camera
have an
gonna be on me
automatic
the entire
switcher. I had to
time?
grab the
She's
drink.
more
for
aesthetically
Christ's
pleasing to your
sake.
eyes.
All right, relax.
I wore my really cool shirt, so it would be
What is
calming
that?
effect.
Oh. What did I miss, by the way? Did Trump win already when I was gone?
No,
So-
we're talking
but
about the Gascon thing.
Kamala is
Oh, okay.
81 now. Trump is still at 154.
154 to 81. Yeah.
So
Well, Gascon, I hope he does not get reelected.
I don't know if I voted for him actually. Now that I'm thinking about it,
It's
I can't remember.
It was Hochman, Hochman. Hochman.
Yeah,
I gotta look back
Please
at
tell
my-
me
I
you voted
him.
for Hochman.
I voted for him.
I gotta look back at my ballot that I have like a
Where's
digital one I did.
Gascon? Where is he from? He's
He
not from
was.
here,
He was.
is he?
You know who endorsed him?
Honestly-
The L.A. Times, because it's insane. These liberal
Is he
but
French?
they
What
won't
is he?
endorse Kamala.
What is he?
Kamala.
Kamala.
See, you guys aren't even saying her name correct, and that's
I'm
why we're not
saying-
going to win tonight. God damn it!
Blah blah blah.
Kamala.
You don't even know who you're
No,
voting for.
Even you guys should have just known from the beginning that his name Gascon, like whatever.
Is he French? Is he French?
He's like the
He does have an accent, right?
He's
When
the
I've seen him
horrible guy
speak.
from Beauty and the Beast. No one should have ever voted him in the first
That's
place.
Gaston.
People say
Gaston.
it's stupid to like think about Disney and all that. If you would have thought about Disney and the Beauty and the Beast, you would have never voted for him because you know he's an asshole.
This guy does not look like Gaston from Beauty and the Beast.
Honestly, so many of my
you know-
decisions are based on Disney movies or
Really?
I didn't vote for Ursula on
Yeah.
the ballot. I saw an Ursula. I'm like, fuck this bitch.
You didn't research? Did you just go down and fucking
No,
mark
I
whatever?
saw
towards the
Ursula.
end?
I'm not voting for this bitch.
What about the propositions?
That's a Disney
I
Did you
joke.
look
voted
into
for
the
Ariel.
Did you look into the propositions or you
I
just
did.
mark whatever?
Yes. No. I read into it.
Did you?
Yes.
Did you?
No. It is.
I did. I can read.
The only time in your adult life where you feel like you're taking a test again and you go,
I
like,
know. You're like, fuck, I don't know.
That's
this
why I
stuff.
did the ballot because I had to like look it up and research and be like, I don't know if
Like
I should
the
vote on
at-home
this.
one?
Yeah.
Or the mail-in.
I forget what they are now, to be honest with
I
you.
will say California does the best job of like preparing you for an election because they send you like an example ballot, a pamphlet of what's going on, who's indoor. They send you so much information as a voter to be informed. If you're not informed, you're just like throwing away your trash.
All right, here
like,
they are. California Amendment 3 repeals same-sex marriage ban. That's not.
It's basically like taking
Oh,
away
here they
anything from
are.
Prop 8.
That's a measure.
But it's so confusing because like vote yes if you think no on the. It's
Yeah.
like what is happening?
Well, here's
here?
Prop 5. Lowers voted needed for approve of bonds for housing and infrastructure. Prop 6 prohibits slavery.
Wait, what are you talking about?
This
Prop
this is a
69, sex in public
Proposition 6
places.
prohibits slavery and involuntary
There's
servitude.
no slave.
There was no Prop 6. Maybe you're in a different district than us.
Are you like back in 19?
I put Proposition California, and this is what came up. It said results expected around 8 p.m.
1888. No
It
slaves.
says results expected around 8 p.m.
Is that like an Orange County one? That feels like an Orange County
Maybe, I don't
proposition.
know. Oh, maybe it's by county. I don't know.
Yeah, they're
Maybe
not.
there's slaves somewhere in California in one of the counties. I don't know.
I feel like it's a slave.
Misinformation. This is not disinformation. This is misinformation.
Well, I just typed Propositions California, and that's what came up.
Like in the
and
history
it-
of the entire
But it
state,
says,
or did you do 2024?
it says right underneath results expected around 8 p.m. tonight. So I'm not, someone put it up there on Google. I don't fucking know.
I didn't know we're voting for slavery again.
I mean, if Trump gets elected, we might be. I don't know. He's a racist, remember?
Yeah,
He's gonna deport 1 million people.
Exactly.
it's gonna be empty in here. We're like, where's everybody?
Yeah, maybe we'll have more room. you
Where'd my
know,
friends
for-
go?
Yeah, where'd my friends go? Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
I'd be like, where'd all my dates go?
Are you going to Home Depot for your
I
dates?
know. Where are my guys? I was told
Oh
this
my
was the
god,
hour.
that'd be hilarious watching Jessica go to Home Depot. I'm just looking for a date.
Dude, a lot of
They would
older
flip
men.
out.
They'd be like, I have a wife, but why not? But right
ain't made
now,
up.
Oh wait, all right. So wait, here it is. This is Prop 6: limit forced labor in state prisons.
Oh, yeah.
This constitutional amendment would end indentured servitude in state
No,
prisons.
fuck that.
Considered one
I
of the
did vote.
last remnants of slavery.
No,
The
fuck
California
no for
Black
that.
Legislative Caucus included the proposal in its reparations agenda. So that's
no.
that's what it is.
I vote no on that shit.
Yeah, but for now, they shouldn't be forced to work.
Prop 32.
No, they should be forced to work.
No, they
Fuck them. What are
shouldn't.
they doing in there? Earn 30 cents a fucking hour, whatever it is. You're
No,
in there
the
for-
thing is that they right now you can't opt out of any work. So if they're like, hey, you have to go sit in this hot, coal, whatever for 9 hours a day, do it.
You're
and
in
if they're
fucking
like, no, I don't
jail.
want to.
What
I don't
else
wanna
are you
do
gonna
that.
do?
What? So they can pick what job they want to do? Like, I'd rather do.
I wanna
the
be library duty.
Yeah, I'd rather do library or
Like,
laundry.
Shawshank
Please, can I
Redemption.
do laundry
I
today?
mean,
Can I do laundry, please? Instead
If
of
you're-
picking
the
up
point
the
of
shit
jail
in
is to
the
reform
toilets or
people,
whatever.
and if you only treat them like animals and treat them like shit and give them no money
This-
for a job,
this goes
how
back-
are you reforming
this
them back
goes
to
back
like
to
a
that-
person?
Jessica,
No,
you
no.
are very liberal. Jesus
I'm
Christ.
so passionate about the jail system being
Yeah,
shitty
but wait
for
a minute.
people.
This goes back to that San Quentin Film Festival I was talking about that one week, where now they're making films and putting it into Sundance and all that shit. You know, like there's too many privileges. There's too many privileges.
Yeah,
Sorry.
fuck that. Like, you're
fucking
in
fucking
jail.
Scorsese over here. The next fucking, you know.
That only makes you like angrier. Like if you put a dog in a cage because they're behaving badly, they only get angrier because
Read
they're
a
there.
book.
You put them in a crate.
They
first
can do
of all.
that then.
Crate.
If they don't
Call
want
it
to
a
work,
crate.
they could go read a book.
Educate yourself. I don't know.
They can
like,
do all of that instead of work. But if you're forcing them to work, they're going to be mad. I don't want to
If
do
you
that.
put the
What else
dog
are they
in a
gonna
crate,
do?
they will like it. If you put someone in a pen, they might
Listen.
enjoy it.
It's like, have you seen, what is it, like the Swedish prisons or something, like Norwegian prisons?
Yeah.
Okay,
Where
when
they're
you
basically like, they created a society with all the prisoners. They're like kind of free to roam this little area that's secluded to them. And they're
a
all like
commune.
rehabilitated, like very well acclimated people. So when they go back into society, they have like they can seamlessly enter back in versus being like, I hate everybody, all of you put me in there. I don't understand. Like that's just not productive.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
I work with kids.
Do you?
And I work with certain kids that it's just impossible. Like they will not listen.
Really?
And they can give
What if you put 'em in the- what if you put 'em in the
fucks.
crate?
No, they give zero fucks about what you're saying. And I can tell you that when they become adults, if they keep on going at this like rate, which I have met, and a lot of them drop out and then they say fuck you, they just don't care.
They
And
probably
it's
say
just-
fuck you now.
Yeah, exactly. And they just don't fucking care. So I think the rehabilitation is, especially when they get in there, like you have to choose a side. You got to like go with the Latinos. You got to go with the blacks. You got to go with the whites, whatever. It's all like segregated. So like to put them to work would keep their mind occupied and keep them doing something which will help our society. And plus they're getting paid like slave wages. 30 cents, 50 cents an hour, or whatever it is.
That's prison money, and that goes a long way in prison.
Exactly. So why not do that for them? And, you know, I don't know. We just went off a different thing. But it's
Well,
just
no,
like, I
this
think-
is election night, and we're talking about all aspects of the election, including the propositions, and these are things to talk about.
I think that they should do some like to help like society and like teach them like work ethic and to do. Otherwise, if they say no, they're just gonna sit in their like or whatever, getting involved in some gang shit or.
Well, so I guess
If you're gonna prove that they're gonna do something with their time, fine. Gonna do a book report, read a book or something like that. Like
a book report.
it's not.
Who the fuck's gonna read that? Oh, look, here's a book report on
I
the
would
Great
like if they did a
Expectations.
presentation.
What happened in Great Expectations? Oh, okay. I've never heard this one
The
before.
Grapes of Wrath.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man. Well, look, red or blue.
or make a film.
No, not the fuck the film. Like it's Hollywood is
doesn't
hard
wanna-
enough.
He's like, there's
Hollywood-
too many of us.
I want to do a
that
whole
you-
episode on that San Quentin Film Festival. I got to do my research though, but that's fuck that. No way. No way. Look, red or blue. I know we're not going to decide on everything, but I think there's one thing we can all agree on, and that's having a hard dick. And let me tell you something about Blue Chew, our sponsor, because you don't want to get caught with a flaccid penis during election night, especially if it doesn't go your way. You know, if you're married and you have one of you is for Harris
You're
and the other
in
one's
jail?
for Trump, you're in jail.
You still
Look,
need that.
There's
You
going to be
still
a lot of arguments tonight after who wins, and if you're in one of those relationships where one of you voted for one and the other one for the other, you guys got to make up. You got to make up in the bedroom, and if let me tell you, gentlemen, if you're not having a hard penis at that time after your candidate loses, your wife's going to be pretty upset.
If you don't have a hard on, it's going to be a hard out.
It's going to be a hard out at midnight. Exactly. So you need to take Blue Chew, and Blue Chew will help you out in that department. It's an online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra, but it's at a fraction of the cost, and it comes in a chewable form. I'm pretty sure Trump takes it, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But you can get your first month free, absolutely free, if you use our promo code BASSHOLE at checkout. That's right. You're going to go to bluechew.com and use the promo code BASSHOLE for your first month free. You're only going to pay $5 shipping. Your first month free, $5. That's not bad, right? I mean, you spend that on your Starbucks, which you shouldn't be getting probably. You make coffee
less
at home.
than Starbucks.
It's less than Starbucks. Jessica's right. All right, so go to bluechew.com, use promo code BASSHOLE, and get your first month free. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast. All right, thank you.
I think he just turned her on because he said Jessica's right.
I'm
so.
gonna put a compilation of all the
Jessica's right.
time men have said Jessica's right, and to one little fucking 30-second clip. It's gonna be amazing.
I can't wait to watch that.
It's just
I'll take
Jessica's
a.
right,
I'm going to take a
Jessica's
Blue
right,
Chew
Jessica's
during.
right.
Josh Stein defeats Mark Robinson.
Wait, who?
in,
Oh, is that a Senate?
Remember Mark Robinson, the black guy that was Trump called him the Martin Luther MLK with steroids in North Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
On hemorrhoids?
Emeralds.
Steroids.
Oh, she doesn't have her earphones in. The earphones aren't working.
He's Martin Luther King
On
on hemorrhoids.
hemorrhoids. He can't sit down. His butt is hurting.
Wait, do we want to go through any more props?
What do you mean props?
The props that you voted for.
Oh yeah, like go for it. Let's do
33
it.
rent control.
Prop 33 is governments to impose rent control. That's right. You have that memorized. I'm impressed.
I
Jessica's
know
right.
my
Jessica's right.
politics.
Jessica's right.
Let's take
Jessica's-
two on this. Let's clip
Jess,
that little bit.
Jess Cause, a little politician. Little Jess, a little politician.
I'm
You
an
should run for
educated-
something called Little Jess.
I've always wanted to run for political office.
Really?
Yeah.
You should. Why
Run
not?
for
Why don't you
little-
run for council in LA here or something? There's enough
I'm
people
not
fucking
tied
it up.
to LA. I'd do it in San Antonio.
Really? You're gonna move back home and do it?
Oh, if I ever was in San Antonio,
Man.
I'd
You're
run.
gonna run as a
You know what, though?
Democrat in San Antonio? Are
I
you
think
crazy?
my brother's probably going to run for some political office.
Really?
And it's so funny knowing that I'm going to be the problem. That they're going to be like, but look at his family.
You're not
going to
agree with your brother?
Look at
No.
her sister telling dick jokes.
They'd be
at
like,
her.
she's been to jail.
Well, let
That's
me
the
tell you-
family
well,
you want
you
to
know
be a
what?
part of.
In the-
You were in jail?
Yeah, that's why I'm so passionate about
You
it.
were?
Oh,
For
what?
what?
For
DUI?
what?
Yeah, my DUI. I got spent a night in jail.
Spent.
That's
one
why
night.
she's so
Yeah,
passionate.
it's just one night. I'm not
I was
that.
in. You're a holding tank.
That's
no,
why
I
she's
was
so
in like I
passionate
changed
about
clothes.
the.
Like I did showers. I
Oh,
like,
what number were you?
Really?
Do you know
I
your
don't
number?
remember my number.
Oh man,
I
we
had
used
to ask my
Were
mom.
you
She
scared
knows.
when you were there?
Yeah.
How old were you?
20.
20.
It was 20
You were
days.
underage.
It was 20 days before my 21st birthday.
Oh shit! So did
Yeah.
you get fined and like all this kind of
Yeah,
crazy
yeah. I
shit
had to
just
have
for-
like the fine. But you know what? I never had to have a breathalyzer in my car. I never had to do that.
But underage, that's like a whole other like.
Yeah, but it
thing,
was,
right?
but it was.
Did you join a gang?
I was tempted. I was like, what
Where
do I
was
gotta do to
this,
survive?
Texas?
Yeah, in Lubbock, Texas.
Oh, Lubbock. Oh,
Yeah,
man,
I want my
mugshot
mugshot so badly. If anybody can find it, send it to me. I want it so badly.
You can. It's county record. I found my mugshot.
I mean, it's just like it was so long ago. It feels like it's so hard to find.
God
I think
damn it.
you just put your name in and like whatever, like
I did, and it was like
correctional
it was like if you
facility.
want this, you have to pay for it. I don't want to pay. It's mine. It's my
What is
face.
it, like $5? You can't
Dude,
like
I'm poor.
splurge?
I'm
If someone
jealous.
wants to give me $5, I can buy my mugshot.
I haven't been
please.
arrested. I'm jealous of both of you.
It's kind of fun.
I want the experience.
Honestly, I watched the dash cam tape back when they were arresting me, and I was like, "That's the most eloquent I've ever spoken in my entire life." I don't
Really?
know. I was saying words I never say. It was great.
So you were,
Were
in there
you
for one
really
night.
wasted or what? What happened?
I was 21, so no matter what, I was driving and nothing. What happened was that
well, what happened
So
was
wait, you had to take a shower there and everything. Was
yeah, I
like,
take a
was-
shower
was
there
it-
to give them my clothes.
Was it like Orange is the New Black kind of thing? Like people hooking up? And
well,
shit?
I was no, I didn't see any of that, but I was definitely like, okay, who should I be?
Jesus, Doug.
Come on,
I was
I want to
like-
We're
know.
lesbians.
I'm not going to be in
scissoring.
jail anytime soon. I don't think. But
I was like, it was definitely like, who should I make friends with? Who should I like look at? Like, I don't know. I did think I was like, this is my life now. I'm just a jail person.
I'm a
because
jail person.
My
because it was Labor Day weekend, so like they were backed up on getting people out on like bail, and so it was just like taking long, and that's
Right.
why I was there. But yeah, no, I had to give them my clothes and everything like that. I had to like, I think I asked my mom for money. I was like, can I have money? Like I need to buy, I don't know, like I don't know.
Oh,
Did you buy
man.
cigarettes?
No, I was just like, I was like, I think I need money. I don't know. It was
It was only one day. You like.
but it was like one day. It was like a full like 36 hours. Like it was a long time.
I think that's how long I was in jail for.
It was a
I was in a
long
holding
time.
tank though, but I was not. I was away from the criminals.
No, I was
they
with the
felt sorry for
criminals.
me.
Our
Oh, yeah.
cameras
I was with
froze. I don't know.
Gen
I don't
Pop.
know what happened.
I was in there.
It is what it is.
That's great.
Jesus.
I look wise. I love that.
It might be,
My lips look so
It
purple.
might be the streaming situation. But whatever. We're still
I-
recording.
I was in Gen Pop. I was
Maybe
officially in
everyone's
there.
watching right now, and they're just like,
Yeah, there's 20,000 people watching.
"Oh shit!"
And it fucking tanked. Yeah. No.
I should have got my nails done if that's going to be the freeze frame. My God.
I don't know. I
would've
can't. I
known.
can't switch it. I don't know what's wrong with it. Anyway,
It's a hot pick to come to.
that's pretty much that's the logo for this podcast. It's like I don't fucking know.
I could have been making it worse. Guys.
Here's some facts I read online. I don't know.
I don't know if this is right or wrong, but
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. So are we gonna do this all night? Because it's gonna take 12 hours to find out.
we're not doing this
I'm
all night.
Kidding,
We're
I'm
doing this
kidding.
for
I'm
a
joking.
period of time, maybe like another like 20 more minutes. unless
We're
something
at an
crazy
hour
happens.
right now. So.
It's 81, 172.
81 to 172. Fuck, that's close.
Which is so crazy because like he's got 52% of the popular vote. She's got 46% of the popular vote, but the electoral is so much of a difference. So
I
big of a
know.
difference.
This fucking
That's why
electoral
he kept
system.
on going to like all those like. That's how he won the first time.
Yeah.
why, yeah.
Hillary thought like she had it in the bag, and that's why she was just going to places that people were already going to vote for her. But if she went to other places like what he's been doing,
Well, so's Kamala been doing that.
yeah, exactly, because she learned from that mistake, and
Yeah,
so
yeah.
did Biden.
Yeah.
That's why Biden kept on doing it too.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I remember 2016, I went to a bar with a bunch of my friends, and we were like a bunch of girlfriends, and we were so excited. We were like, our first female president. My God, this is so exciting. A husband and wife president. Wow. And then like coloring our little maps every time. And that one was a pretty like defeat early. And we were like, fuck, like the most disappointing, like shit.
Oh, I was in West Hollywood. I remember like everybody was sad. I was at Barney's, and then there was like 2 Trump supporters, and they were like cheering, and people were yelling at them, and I'm like, relax. And then she's like, what? I'm just a supporter. Like But it was just so annoying because it was like, what are you doing right now? You're like trying to piss everyone off. It's like, I'm just cheering. Yeah, read the room. And then she was like, what? I don't know what the problem is. And she was just this fucking cunt.
It's like people started treating politics like they were sporting events and like they were athletes that you were rooting for. It's like, no, it's totally different. You shouldn't be. Yes, you should want your party to win, whatever, but you shouldn't be so diehard about it that it becomes like aggressive and intense and just, I don't know.
Unhealthy to the point where, like, after the election, I remember this too. It was Sunday. I was watching football at Barney's as well because I used to hang out there a lot. Anyway, some guy like showed up and he was like wearing like a Trump shirt and he was just like, he was looking at everybody like trying to get. He said it to me like one of these liberals says something to me, I'm gonna fuck him up. You know, like. He wanted to get in a fight.
They,
and he was
they
like,
all
Bill,
want to
like,
pick fights, yeah.
And it was like, but he was like talking to me at first, and he was friendly, and then after a while, I don't know if he thought I was a Trump supporter too, but he was just all of a sudden he wanted to get in a fight, and I'm like, whoa, bro, like what's the problem?
It wasn't until Trump that people started wearing like political paraphernalia like that. You might have like a pin, maybe a hat, whatever, but like not full on T-shirts, flags, like socks, everything.
It's sad that they hijacked it basically, even with the American flag. I remember this person I was renting our place from. He was Cuban and he was wearing a suit and he had an American flag. And I'm like, and I said, are you a Trump supporter? He's like, yeah, I'm a Trump. Like I was just shocked because I was like, oh, this is the new thing, you know? It's almost like I don't want to say a Nazi flag because then everyone's gonna attack me, and this might be played for someone else if I become famous, but I won't. But anyways, doesn't really fucking matter.
No, it's insane. There's one guy who comes to my Saturdays like stare groups who's all Trump paraphernalia every fucking day. Has his American flag socks,
What
pants.
is he? What nationality?
White, I guess. I don't know. But everybody's like, he's actually really nice. But I'm like, but why do you have to be so aggressive about, in this workout group, aggressive about who you're supporting? Like, why do you have to wear it and show it that way, you know?
Because because they want to show that they're a patriot and they want to tell you who they are voting for and what side they're on. Yeah, and they might be nice, and that's why I've been like always talking to Trump supporters, whether it be family. I have family members.
All my
voting.
family is Trump. All the East Coast Trump supporters.
They're all like voting for Trump, and they like Trump is numero uno.
There was someone that sat down at the bar the other night on Halloween night. An older couple, and the woman had a MAGA hat on. She sat down at the bar. It was like 7:00, and I was like, is that your Halloween costume? And then the husband was like, no. And I was like, no comment.
Is that what you wear on a fucking regular day?
It was just weird because, like, first of all, no one comes into the improv wearing that hat. And it was Halloween night. And I was like, that's got to be a costume. Because I've never seen that in the years I've never, you know? So it's like, all right, it's Halloween. I was like, this is a costume or whatever. But I was wrong, I guess. I was like, wow. I was like, all right, fuck this shit. I was like,
yeah, but like, why even answer to you like that? Like, you're angry already. You know, it's this constant anger and divisiveness that has been created by one person, and that's another reason why I didn't vote for him.
Yeah,
because I get called a liberal fucking bitch or whatever else.
Yeah, we're still live, but Jessica's frozen on YouTube.
Jessica, looking hot. Look at her.
I don't know what happened.
What do you got? 2 balls in your hands over there?
I think.
Hey, what are you, Lady Justice over here? You fucking Wayne shit. I don't know.
That's the Libra in me. Look at that, Libra personified right there.
If I restart the program, it probably would fix it. But
why don't you do it?
Well, because we're in
How many people are listening?
There were 3 people watching.
Was it us?
There were 5 at one point, I think. Well,
in?
now Instagram crapped out because of the frozen thing. So I don't know, but we're at an hour and 5 minutes or whatever.
All right, well, where are we at on the numbers?
What's the numbers?
It's 81 to 172 still.
Yeah.
But now Pennsylvania has turned leaning Trump.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fuck. We're fucked though.
But it's not done. It's just like that's what it's. Let's see.
Look, if he's ahead in Pennsylvania, we're done. That's it.
He's only 33,000 votes ahead, and there's still 1, 2, 3, 4 counties left.
Oh my God!
Which counties? The fucking rural counties.
Yeah.
Forget it. We're done. It's over.
It's done.
Hey, I hate you guys. Don't say that.
You know the thing is, if
you guys
there's no way he could win if women decided to everybody decided to vote. That's it. Because what he said today too was
There
like,
were so many independent that just voted for someone else, probably.
Like Jill Stein or all that.
Yeah, write-ins or whatever.
It's like the gravity of this election did not hit as many people as it needed to, which is crazy. Because like I genuinely think he's not going to leave after this.
What do you mean not leave? Like just not leave the White House?
Not leave the White House. No, he's going to be like
because he said I shouldn't have left.
No, yeah, he's not going to leave, and I think he's going to be like he's not going to even hold another election. He's going to be like JFK stayed for 4 terms. I'm going to stay for 4 terms. Like he's going to.
No, that was FDR.
FDR.
Yeah.
Stay for 4
When
terms.
did they change that? Do you know?
They changed it when he was president. Actually, they changed it when he was president so that he could run again.
Can he change that when he's president somehow?
Literally, because the Supreme Court says if he does anything in the interest of like the country, he's like carte blanche can do it, or carte blanche, whatever. So yeah, if he can wants to,
it's
executive
like,
order that.
Aren't the Republicans going to rule the House pretty much, or is that what's that looking like as far as the Democrats Senate goes? Or the
right now,
House?
let's see the Senate results.
Because if they're ruling that and then he's in office,
The Senates have 43 to 34 to Democrats, and then in the House, 133 to 86. Holy shit! But this all like West Coast hasn't been finished yet.
I don't know. This country's not looking good right now.
It's not looking hot. I'll say that.
Trump!
Yeah, thanks, Dad.
But
I'm looking.
it's like yeah. If they control the House, Senate, then this whole country
I gotta
is.
get out of here. I think I'm done. I gotta move.
Where are you gonna go?
I don't know.
Puerto Rico?
I'm gonna Spain.
I've been to Puerto Rico 5 times actually.
Yeah?
It's lovely. It's not an island of
garbage?
trash. I mean, there's areas that have trash, sure, like anywhere else.
There's areas of LA that have trash. It's the same thing.
There's trash outside my house right now. It's called the homeless guy. Oh, Tony.
What the
Ashford.
fuck happened? But right here in front of your house, there's like broken glass everywhere.
Oh, that's what I was telling you about.
Oh, a car?
So yesterday morning, I was outside back here in the patio with the dogs. I had my cleaning person here cleaning my place.
Oh, look at this guy, fancy.
Get fancy.
Was she Mexican?
Ay, mira.
You
Look on that side. That's the white side of the table.
It was,
That's the white side. Wow. Wow.
Trump
Look at that.
supporter here.
Wow.
I voted for Kamala.
Your cleaning lady will be gone,
excuse me.
okay? Just so
First
you know.
of, first of all, let me
Immediately.
correct you.
Then you would hire a white person to clean your place.
It was not.
And it would still be
it was
dirty.
not a cleaning lady. It was a group of cleaning
multiple
people.
Oh,
ladies.
prostitutes?
No, it was like 4 people.
You hired whores.
Multiple
It was
ladies.
4 cleaning people.
Ladies.
They may have been of Latino descent. I don't know.
Of course they were.
His name's Melvin. Very nice guy. But he comes in and he cleans and he's done in like an hour, the 4 of them. It's very convenient for me. Anyway, I was outside with the dogs and there was a loud crash, very loud noise, and a car went down the alley and T-boned this lady coming up north on Sweetser, and she spun around and hit the car that was parked in front of our building, and her car went up on the sidewalk, and it was a fucking mess. And the guy that hit her didn't have a license, I guess, or insurance. And
So got T-boned?
T-boned. Everyone was okay, but they both were speaking in Spanish to each other. So I don't know if he spoke English. I don't know.
Did
but
you call immigration?
They called the cops. Cops showed up.
And they stayed?
The cops didn't show up forever. I don't even know if they came. They
Jessica, you're Latina, so isn't it like going into this is
I'm
the fact
white
that like
guy on the show.
I know.
I'm sorry,
But,
it's my
like,
show, but fuck it.
the fact that they say immigrants are voting,
Hispanic hour, okay.
yeah, exactly. Like immigrants are voting for like the Democrats. Like, if you come over here and you're an illegal, you don't want to be seen.
Yeah.
You're not going to go to a voting booth or
Where they
like-
find your name, your address, everything. Yeah.
exactly. So
Because you have
that's
to
what.
show ID to get
There's
in.
5
They can show
people
your
watching now,
license.
by the way.
But that's why I wanted to know, like, if you,
It's because of my face. That's why they came in.
Probably.
You're right. You're
I
welcome.
was talking to somebody today, and they said that they went to a voting place, and then they said that that they were they committed felonies and they wanted to vote, and they were going to let them vote. I still don't understand.
Oh, I
like-
fixed it.
I should have asked more questions.
Fuck, I should have just did that. I unplugged the box and then it worked.
Oh, well, there you go.
All right.
Well,
Well,
we- I
half
got
the,
2
half the
more followers.
episodes is like fucking frozen on Jessica.
Why don't you just stay like this, Jessica?
I'm just- what?
Anyway, all right. So sorry, what were you saying, Rob? I was consumed by the technical difficulty.
I don't know. I just don't think that it's funny how Republicans and Trump and everyone else are saying that illegals are voting, but illegals wouldn't want to be seen. So, like, if they come to this country and a coyote or whatever brings them over here and they go through all that hardship,
Coyote.
A coyote.
What is that? Wait, what?
Oh my god.
He's
What
a
is- wait, what is that?
transporter.
I don't know what that is.
Transporter.
I dealt
Read
with a coyote
book,
this
Doug.
morning with
Go to
Penny.
jail. Read a book.
Coyote is a
Oh
transporter?
my god, you are sheltered.
I don't know what it is.
What's it like to be white?
Yeah.
Privilege.
White privilege. here.
It's nice.
Seriously, you don't know what a coyote is?
I don't
Come
know what
on.
it is. I don't know what it is.
They bring over people like immigrants or
Oh, I
whatever
didn't know
from
that. I
another
didn't know
country.
that was the name of it.
They're in charge of like they pay
I've heard
them,
of transporter. I didn't know it was called coyote.
No, well, and yeah, if you're transporting like maybe like
I'm sorry. Was I
Mexican,
supposed to know that? I don't know.
Yeah, you should know that.
I don't know everything.
It's been on TV shows.
I don't know
and
I don't know
movies.
everything.
It was in Breaking Bad. It
I
was
will
in
be
fucking,
I will be the first one to admit
that
I
weed
do not know
show,
everything.
on Showtime.
See, I'm honest like Trump. I don't know everything. I'm not going to lie to you and say, "Oh yeah, I know what it is." And then
I do
don't
love
know.
that when Trump said, "I'm an honest guy." Andrew Schultz just started laughing his ass off, and no one talks about that. Like his supporters should be talking about that. Rogan should be talking about that.
Well,
Even
look.
when he was on Rogan's podcast and he said, like,
Well-
there was election, it was stolen, whatever, and he's like, well, why not show that now? He's like, you wouldn't believe it.
I know.
It's like
Here's the thing. It's like I think look, Rogan and Theo Von, they were, thankful for Trump to come on the podcast. Absolutely. It's probably a hard get to
Do you
get.
think maybe Elon paid Rogan to say that?
I don't know, but it's like Trump runs the interview, So it's like Theo Von's one at least. At least Joe was Theo just kind of sat there and was, I don't know, like there was not much to it, I didn't think, but yeah, it's like any interview Trump gives, he's going to control it. He's going to control it,
And if you give any pushback, he's going to attack you and say you're nasty.
and then he does the weed.
What a nasty question.
So it's like you can't like Rogan asks some like good questions and stuff, but like at the same time he can't be like hardcore with them and like disrespect him in a way because
The clips I did see, it felt like Joe Rogan was kind of like, come on, like let.
Sure,
like,
yeah.
He was not just like eating it, like yes, you're right, totally.
He
was
usually
like, wait,
does though, and then the thing is that he endorsed him today, so that's what makes me like confused when I did see the clips that I did see, where I was like,
but it is interesting. It's like he didn't endorse him early on. He did it last minute. It was almost like
Elon paid him.
it was almost like why not don't endorse anyone? Just fucking sit there and enjoy your show and cater to both sides or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's like he didn't have to do that, but he did last minute. So it's like, all right, there you go. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe Elon did pay him. Who knows? I don't know. They're saying that Trump has the real Avengers on his side. There was that clip of the actors who played the Avengers in the Marvel movie.
oh, I saw that, yeah.
Going for Kamala, pro Kamala,
Yeah.
this and that. They did a whole little video. And then the Republican side were like, we have the real Avengers. We got Elon Musk and all these other guys. It's like these are the real Avengers, not actors playing them. I'm like, I think you're stretching it a little bit.
Elon Musk annoys the crap out of me. The fact that he's like he like tried to scrub his history off the internet.
It's interesting.
He comes from Blood Diamonds. He wasn't a self-starter. He didn't create Tesla. It was created by someone
Yeah.
else. He came in later on.
But everyone buys a Tesla now. Do you think people should be boycotting Tesla because of Elon Musk? And his
no, I don't
character?
think people should be boycotting it. I think COVID fucked Elon Musk as well. His child becoming a transgender fucked him in the head so much where now he's become this ultra right person.
Right.
He was a Democrat before. He did put his vote in for Joe Biden, and now like all of a sudden he's endorsed Trump. Where he's giving $1 million like whatever a week or for someone to vote for him, which is election interference. And like,
I also think some of these people, I mean, like when they come into money or they start making a lot of money, like Rogan or whatever, it's like they change. It's like it's a whole, it can be a whole different world. I mean, with him making money in the tax.
People
benefits and
with
whatnot.
money like infuriate me when they're like, "Oh, just give that $1 million to whoever." You're like, the fact that is play money to you and you have access to that is insane.
And that's illegal. That giveaway.
They
he's
said that
doing?
it wasn't
I don't
illegal.
know. I mean, that's a little sketchy. I think, right?
But
He's rewarding $1 million to people who are voting for Trump, right? But they have
No,
to
it's just
prove
people
it.
who are registered. If you're registered to vote,
Republican,
Or
But
no,
still,
it was a
isn't that
Democrat
like
or
voter
Republican.
intimidation or like whatever?
it was if you registered regardless to vote.
I don't know. That seems shady.
I can't give my opinion on that because it does seem shady to me. But
But,
yeah, I
but
hate
if
it.
someone offered you $1 million, you'd be like, "Oh, fucking, I'll vote for Trump."
But that's
You would, right?
but that's the thing. It's like
Especially
that
in LA
money
County.
and
Who gives a
power.
shit? It's not going to matter here, right?
I hate that money and power can control people because, like, yeah, I would do that for $1 million for sure because I need $1 million.
But here's the thing. The people that do it have to publicly announce that they're doing it, right? So it's like if
Yeah.
you did it, you would have to announce that you are voting for Trump for this $1 million. Which,
So then you'd go in the booth and do whatever the hell you want to do.
well, I think someone would be looking at that for $1 million. I don't know.
But the fact that it's just like play money and they're like, "I'll just give it. It's not a big deal." You're like, "That's what us people who vote for Kamala are fighting against. Like, we should. You guys just have too much money."
Yeah, they do. It's too much money.
I know.
The thing that annoys me is that Trump is probably going to win, and he's not going to go to jail now. He's fighting for his freedom from prison. You know.
Well, they were just saying on the news that this is exactly how it was for Biden, like the split right now. And
Yeah, exactly. Because Trump at midnight said, like, I want the votes to stop counting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, stop counting. Yeah, you can't stop.
Because he's like, I won already.
Yeah.
He declared that he won when he didn't win, and I'm just like, that.
Right.
yeah, so they're saying it's the same. It was the same situation.
Well, let's keep our fingers crossed. There's still hope. There's still faith out there.
There's still
There's still
faith.
something. This country is it's a great country. It's falling apart here and there, but I don't know. Everyone's more divided than ever, and no matter the outcome, I mean, if Trump wins, if he loses, I mean, I feel like there could be another January 6th on our hands at some point.
Oh yeah,
I
it'd
don't
be
know.
chaos.
I mean, I don't know.
Oh, that's going to happen without a doubt.
That's gonna happen. That can happen even if he wins. I
But
don't
if he
know.
loses, the crazy thing is, if he wins, the fact that Kamala will have to certify the results that he won, because
Right.
that's like the vice president's job.
Yeah, that's a blow. Yeah,
That you're like, now I
Yeah.
have to redo
right.
this.
That was like
Texas voted for Trump, right?
Yeah, they went
that's
Trump, yeah.
That's always red. Usually.
People are like happy over here.
Texas is always red,
It's so fucking annoying.
and that's why everything. I feel like a lot of people that lived in LA that moved to Texas, they're all voting Republican now. You know.
all the that's so. It's all the cities that people live in are all Democrat cities. They're all
Well,
blue.
the cities are blue.
Yeah.
Most of them. You know what I mean? It's everyone.
Well, Tennessee was the first one to come out, and that is the least educated state.
Oh, dude, we got a lot of fans in Tennessee. God damn it,
Oh,
Jerome.
shit.
No,
Yeah.
they're so smart. You're so
there-
smart.
we
love you, Tennessee,
You and your sister wife
Nashville.
are
We
so
have
smart.
no.
No, we
one
love
to-
Nashville and Memphis. That's about it.
We have a lot of hate from Tennessee. I guarantee you that those people that were commenting.
Yeah, they probably are from Tennessee. You're right, or Arkansas or some shit.
Nashville's cool, but
Yeah, well, we love Nashville and Memphis, and that's about it. I don't know where else you're from. But,
I love it all. It's all America.
I love it all, man. I love
do.
everyone. Look, anyone that listens to the show, whether you comment, you harass us on YouTube,
If you
give us
disagree with
shit,
our opinions,
fine. I don't give a shit. I mean, I'm happy that you've watched a minute of this, even if you fucking hate us. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? It's like for me that means I succeeded in a way.
Exactly.
So fuck
and,
off.
and also, I succeeded too because I listened to your argument and your bullshit argument.
Right.
well, I want to be liked, so everybody like me.
Well,
Nobody hate
that's
me,
the thing.
please.
I mean, we do this
She
show.
plays
We
with
do
her
this
hair.
show, and not everyone's gonna like us. I don't even know if anyone likes us, to be honest with you.
No one does.
They're probably sick of us.
My mom does. She kind of enjoys it.
Does she? Yeah.
Kind of.
No, she
Does she
hasn't figured
watch
out.
it?
No, she hasn't figured out how to watch it.
I don't
to
think
be
my
honest.
parents watched it at all, to be honest with you. Especially if I'm talking about him on this episode. I'm gonna send my dad that clip when I mention.
Why
it.
don't we call him right now and say Trump?
Yeah,
No, we should say Kamala.
It's fucking
Harris.
late there.
Harris.
They might be up.
Kamala?
I wonder if I can call
Is it
them.
Kamala?
Kamala.
Kamala?
Can I call them? Maybe I should.
I
Try.
don't even know how to say Kamala.
Should I try to call
Yeah,
them?
call him, please.
Kamala.
Let me see. If I can
Call
figure
him.
it out. I'll call my mom. Maybe she'll.
We're gonna Harris Waltz. Harris Waltz.
Hold on, let me-
Let's do it.
Call them 2 times in a row, because then they'll be nervous.
She's gonna be sleeping. My mom.
We'll leave him a message.
I don't know if I can do it. Wait, where the?
Oh my god.
I don't
Wait,
know.
7, 8,
Let me
9, 10.
figure
It's
it out.
10 there? Yeah, they're awake.
I know
Is she
they're.
there?
I know they're
I said
awake.
it's 10 there. They're awake.
I gotta find out if I can FaceTime them or something. Let me see. What? Oh yeah, you can have that. I brought it over here. Just a second. There we go. I can't figure it out. They're not gonna answer.
All right.
Whatever. Anyway. You know what? I mean, whatever way you voted, I hope you listen to the show. We welcome Trump supporters and Kamala supporters. And if we have more Trump supporters listening to this show, then maybe we're Republican all of a sudden. I don't know.
You do have more Trump supporters?
We do.
That's why you had so many views.
They all commented on the last episode. So maybe I'll go Joe Rogan style.
They
and be like,
hated us
be like,
just
yeah, fuck, we love Trump. Yeah, absolutely. We got more
Yeah,
viewers
we
now.
could change the Joe Rogan. Hey,
Let's
listen.
go. let's do it.
Trump is
Trump
the
is
savior
he's
of
amazing.
our country.
He's the Jesus Christ of now. Oh my God, I love him so much. That man, thank him. Protect him at all costs, please.
Listen,
Please protect him.
America was not good for 4 years, and now America needs to be great again.
In my opinion, America didn't exist before Donald J. Trump came into office.
Wow.
Jessica, you got to go along with this.
USA, DJT.
We're
Go,
selling.
go.
We're doing a spoof, selling out.
More smooth. I'm too distracted. I'm
but
too
the same-
stressed.
at the
You
same
guys
ti-
are women. You don't get it. I'm
At the
too
same,
stressed.
yeah. Well, that's the
You don't
other
get it.
thing.
I'm too
So
stressed.
that's
How do
the
you feel about
yeah
that?
the women's rights and all the
Tell us your
yeah.
viewpoint.
What do you think? All these
What
women,
is going on
all
in your
these
head?
women that are voting for Trump.
Well, this is a little aggressive.
That are women's rights, this abortion stuff, everything. It's like it's crazy that a woman could even like think about voting for a man like this. Don't you think? In your opinion, what do you think?
I think like the word abortion is such a bad word. It's not
Abortion.
It's not the fact that people got pregnant, don't want to have a kid, and want to get rid of it. It's not that. It's people who got pregnant, want this kid, and now the kid is no longer viable. And now that woman who's carrying the child is sepsis, and they need to get it out of them. And the only way to do that is a quote unquote abortion to get them out. Those women are the women that I'm like, that's everybody who has kids. I'm so glad you have kids. I want kids. I want that. You don't know what's going to happen when you're pregnant. You hope it's a healthy and safe pregnancy, and it might not be. And then you might be in the situation where you're like, I'm going to die if this stays inside me. I need this out. And you're going to live in a state that's like, sorry, you're going to have to die because we can't do that. Like that's an insane situation that people overlook.
Absolutely.
And that everybody thinks it's just like,
No.
oh, an 18-year-old who's just having sex and got. It's not that. It is, sure, that is part of it, but that's not the entire thing.
That is part of it, and obviously that's there for the right reasons, depending on someone's situation and what they get themselves into, and that's their decision to make. But yeah, medically speaking, like there's a lot of situations that call for medically, like this woman needs to survive, and it's not going well. And if they live in a state where it's all of a sudden illegal and they have to cross 2 states to get it or take a plane or whatever, it's like that's insane to me. It's and there's so many reasons to for abortion or against abortion. Whether it happens accidentally and you're too young and you're not financially prepared,
Or you're raped by your fucking
or you're
uncle.
raped, or you're raped by your uncle, whatever. It's like it's all these things that come into play, and a woman should have the right to choose what she needs to be done to her body, given the circumstance, and the fact that they're making choices over that is
That's one of my
crazy.
top reasons as well why I didn't vote for Trump.
It's insane that people would think like the fact that anybody's even talking about what happens inside a woman's body, inside that medical room, is insane. No one's asking anybody how their pap smear went. No one cares about
someone
that.
Someone should have detailed explained that, I feel like, and they would have gotten to more people.
Everybody's tried to. The amount of women who have died because of these rules, these legislation, whatever, have tried to. No one listens. Everybody just assumes like that's killing a baby. The baby was already dead. I'm going to die.
Right.
And you're saying like that is insane.
Well,
They've been called out. A lot of Republicans have been called out as well. Like the fact that Trump said it himself during the debate, and other Republicans have said it, that a child can be like basically executed after being born, which is
Well, that's what
not
they're,
true,
They're
and it
saying
doesn't
like
happen.
they're saying people are going to term to 9 months. It's like that's not happening. It's
No.
like
well, they're
no
having
one's
the
go-
baby and they're killing the baby. It's like, what are you talking about? You're
Right.
full of shit.
There's like
As soon as the baby's born, if they don't want it, it's taken and given up for adoption at some point. It's like it's
the amount of men who abandon mothers who are pregnant is
Right.
significantly more.
Yeah. Why don't we address
than
that?
the
Yeah.
women who
There's no law
decide-
about that because it's like then you got to do a paternity test. And all
Yeah,
that shit,
there's
you know.
the amount of men who disappear, no one cares about. But the
you
amount of women
don't-
who at 4-6 weeks decide like I can't do this, that's what we talk about. You're like, yeah.
Well, they can't
That's-
do it by themselves, exactly, and it's fucking
Yeah,
bullshit.
and they don't have the money, and it's like they're they're
And, like,
16 or whatever. And it's
Pete
like,
This is
Buttigieg.
one of the listeners actually said, totally agree. You can't give water to people in line, but Elon can give money.
is that
Yeah.
someone listening right now?
Yeah,
On what, YouTube or something?
I guess you too.
You saw a comment?
They sent me a personal message.
Oh,
They were
someone
listening.
you know.
I don't know if I know them.
Oh, all right.
I do know them. No, they listen to it.
I'm just curious. People are texting.
I will say Pete Buttigieg made a good comparison. He was like if people are like leave it to the states, it shouldn't be like for him his marriage. He was like I shouldn't be able to be married in Michigan, go to Indiana, and I'm no longer married. my rights as a married person don't exist anymore. That shouldn't be how that is. That shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
it's like I shouldn't.
It's just I mean, I would say, I don't know. Yeah, to have to cross states and do all this like, maneuvering to get certain things done and all this shit. I would say like this is like the past 10 years is like the first time I've realized like I'm like, oh my God, all these states are so different. It's like each state is their own little country when you think of it. You know what I mean? And they're all so different with laws and rules and whatever. And
That's why they're saying that there's going to be a civil war if
I
Trump doesn't win.
I know, and it's literally I never thought about that. Like growing up as like a high school.
Well, look at
whatever.
Brexit. Look what happened in Brexit. It's the same thing.
It's very similar. Yeah. And it's like I thought back to like the first election that I voted in, which was I voted for Al Gore. I think that was my first election.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's a long time ago.
I'm old, right? What was the first person you voted for, Rob? Do you know?
I think it was FDR.
What about you, Jessica?
Obama.
Obama.
That was the first one I was able to vote for.
Yeah.
Obama?
I remember I was living in Pittsburgh and I went, that was the only rally I went to. I went to the Al Gore rally at Carnegie Mellon. And that was the only time I went to like an in-person, political event, rally kind of thing. And it was fun. I was like, in college.
Actually,
so.
you know what? My first years, I didn't vote at all.
You didn't?
Yeah, I just
Why not?
I didn't care.
Right.
I wasn't into it.
Well, that's
Like,
why
just,
a lot of younger voters are coming out.
Exactly.
They're
That's
convincing-
when I got
yeah.
older, all of a sudden I'm learning
Right.
about this and that, and it's like, oh wow.
And it's like now I think
It's
about
all bullshit.
But now I think about our country, and it's like when you like even when I travel now, I'm like, oh, I'm going to wherever. It's like, oh, this is a different country almost. This state
It's-
that I'm going to,
it's a
Oklahoma or
lot
whatever.
of-
You know what I mean?
a lot of problems, and when you look at YouTube and you look up JFK, which Rogan has talked about as well,
Right.
and you see the certain speeches that he gave when he talks about like he doesn't talk about the deep state, but he talks about there's like criminal like things going on behind the guy, whatever, this and that, like Cuba like missile crisis and all that, like Bay of Pigs, all that shit. It was
Yeah.
like JFK didn't want to get involved in wars, and that's what RFK is running on, and that's why people right now, the independent vote's killing Kamala.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Because of like RFK,
Yep.
like saying things that like
I mean, if Trump does win, I hope he does release all the JFK files. That's the only cool thing that might come out of it.
I don't think he
know.
will. He's not
Because then they're gonna press him to release the Epstein files. and
He's
not
only going to
release
do
that.
it.
He already
benefits
said
him.
he doesn't want to release it. There's
He,
footage.
he hesitated on that one.
Exactly.
Because he's on.
Yes,
I know.
exactly.
He was like yes to the first dude, and the third Epstein. He was like,
He said, "Will you
Yeah.
release JFK?" Yeah, absolutely. Will you release something
Yeah.
else? Like, absolutely. He's like, "Will you release the Epstein files?"
We'll
yeah.
have to, we'll have to talk about
His
it.
yeah was like, yeah.
He went like this, is like, and then he's like, "Why not the Epstein files?" Like, a lot of phony stuff going on there. Like,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
phony,
exactly.
like a lot of phony names.
Well, he would have
Families will be affected.
He'd have to go and doctor everything that he's in and then release
Yeah,
it.
redacted. Redacted.
Families will be affected. Don't want to do it.
Oh, it's a scary time, guys. He's at 195 and Harris is at 91 right now.
Yeah.
She's slowly going up.
Slowly,
I'm still optimistic.
slowly but surely.
Watching it, like, man, this is like stressful.
It's like a heart
is
attack
why
on a
I-
This
plate.
is like watching the Dodger game during the World
is
Series.
I
wo-
just
this is
texted
worse
her, I
than
was
the
like, this is
Dodgers.
like watching the Spurs championship game, except at the end of it, if we lose,
Well,
I lose my
at least the
votes. Like,
Dodgers,
that's-
at least the Dodgers were ahead, and it wasn't like
I was stressed out the entire time.
I
with
know,
the
but like
Dodgers.
they had the advantage.
I wish I could be those people who don't care about anything. That would be so nice.
Really?
To just
What,
live
if,
so
what
like,
if you related this to basketball? You're a big basketball person.
yeah, it is. I hate that I
Spurs
love
or
the
whatever?
just
Spurs.
related it to the Spurs game.
Yeah.
I hate that I love the Spurs so much because this is exactly what it's like watching a game. I'm like stressed the
But this
entire
is
time.
wor-
I'm not
this is-
having fun.
This is worse though. It only happens every 4 years.
And there's
Yeah,
no
it's like
take
the
back
World
seas.
Cup.
Yeah, it's like the Olympics.
There's no take back seas. The implication, God, it's just like the scary, the Supreme Court being conservative majority for the next for lifetime.
And two people are going to retire, and then he only hires young people. He said,
Yeah.
he's going to hire like
I think
35-year-olds.
honestly, I think that's scarier than the presidency.
Yeah.
Right? That's
Hands
worse.
Maytail.
That
right?
yeah.
The
So-
Supreme
so
Court and the Senate and all that shit.
for
like,
my lifetime, it will
that
be a
is-
conservative
That is
court.
scarier than whoever's president. I think because I don't know. Like yeah, because that's it. That's a lifetime. You're right. Yeah.
They'll take away gay marriage, outside of your race marriage, all that.
Outside your race? I don't know about that.
Well, not until what's his face
I mean, the one
retires.
Clarence
'cause-
Thomas is married to a white woman.
yeah, until he
Is
retires.
he? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeannie Thomas.
Oh, Jeannie?
Yeah,
Jeannie.
who
You don't
also
know
did
about
shady?
I dream of Jeannie.
Who did shady shit?
She
And
did
she's
shady
part of
shit.
QAnon and
Is she?
Yeah.
January
Yeah.
6th and all
Yeah,
that.
she did all that.
She
and
was
he-
at the Capitol storming it?
No.
She organized it. She
Clarence,
organized
let's
it.
go. Get over here.
She helped
As
organize
women do,
it.
she organized
And
it.
she donated money, and she's very much like an evil fucking person. And she talks shit to Clarence Thomas, or no, the other one, Judge Alito, or
Alito.
yeah,
Justice Alito.
Justice Alito was like she hung like a Trump flag upside down, or like American flag upside down,
Yeah.
like in protest of January 6th, and people were upset by that. And then like she's telling him, like, I can't wait till you get rid of your bullshit job or whatever, which is the Supreme Court.
Look, I mean, as far as people reacting to whatever happens tonight, tomorrow, or whatever, it's like I'm concerned about the violence, really, like the January 6th or the riots or people.
It was
people,
a day of love and peace.
Yeah, was it? I mean, there's already been 2 assassination attempts on Trump without him. One with him not being in office.
Allegedly.
His
Allegedly.
fault.
Allegedly.
Oh, you don't believe? Oh,
Speaking of conspiracy theory, now little Jessica comes out. Oh.
Allegedly. You don't get like shot in the ear and you're like, it's fine. It's fine. I've got no
He's
big
like,
deal.
He's like, let me get my shoes. Hold on, let me get my shoes.
Your ear would be like off.
That was the first thing he said. Let me get my shoes.
I gotta get my shoes.
They're Armani. Let me get my shoes.
Can't walk out without my shoes.
What was the second? I'm forgetting the second one.
The second one wasn't even it wasn't a shot fired. It was some guy
Oh,
Some
yeah,
guy
the
had a
golf
gun.
hanging out, and he was very bad at it. It
But
was
there
like
were-
they
but there-
hired him on Wemo or
But
whatever.
there was another
Timo.
one. There was one years
Timo.
before. The first time he
Timo.
ran, there
Timo.
was someone that tried to do something in an arena or some shit, right? But nothing happened. They just arrested.
Yeah,
him.
it was. They try to play it up. It's like
Right. But I mean, this is just the beginning. I think. I don't know. This is gonna get ugly.
Well,
you can win it and be assassinated, and then the true evil will appear.
if
JD
he
Vance?
wins, it won't be
JD
chaos.
They say that he's
Mini Trump.
Yeah, exactly. No, they're saying that they want like the evangelist and the
But I love-
abortion
wait,
and
is
all
it-
that.
wait,
He
is-
was on Rogan saying
but wait
how
a
like
minute.
people are happy about
Is it-
abortion.
what-
I don't understand why Rogan
Where's
is like-
JD Vance's wife from? Where is she from?
India.
So they both have married immigrants, right?
Yeah.
And now they're trying to keep the immigrants out, which
Yeah.
is
But we got ours. We're good. Everybody's we're
which
fine.
is crazy, right?
It's a crazy society
And
when
they're already well. He also wants to do birthright, where like you're born in the U.S., you're a U.S. citizen. He wants to stop birthright, births, whatever it's called.
Birthright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like kids who
so
are
an
born
illegal
here
person shows up here.
has birth, like they're anchor babies, right? And so they get to be here. But he wants to stop that so that if you give birth here, then you are a citizen in Mexico, but your kid who is born in the U.S. is a citizen of nowhere and has like no rights to any country.
That's crazy.
That's what he wants to do. That's what's crazy about people wanting him to control this. Is that he doesn't want that to happen. So like now these kids are like, I can't go anywhere. I can't get a passport. I can't go to Mexico. I'm not a citizen there. Like I don't
It's
know
insane.
that country.
It's
I didn't grow
insane.
up there.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, look, guys, we're at an hour and a half, and we could sit here all night and talk about this and wait for results and keep drinking and complaining and whatever. But we're not going to do that. Because
So where are we at right now?
we are at 195 Trump, 91 Harris.
Oh.
And I don't know where.
Do you remember like the
I don't know
last
wh-
election when he was? It's just so funny to me still when I think back to it, where he was like, "Stop the counting!" Like I won. It was like, come on, bro. Like we got like some more counting to do.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
And Georgia's not going to come until later on, like 3 hours later, because of all the.
I think she's behind in Georgia, though. I don't know. But
She's behind because they also like cancel a lot of votes.
Pennsylvania, though, dude. I don't know. I mean, I have no idea. I mean, they haven't done the West Coast yet. It's 7:36 right here. So what? The polls are closing here right now.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
I think it closed at 8. I think it was at 8.
8 o'clock. All right. Well,
I mean, if he loses California, I mean, if he wins California,
that's
then
not- that's not
it's a
happening.
wrap.
that's not happening.
Then I would hate everybody in California who's like, it doesn't even
Where do we
matter in
move? Then?
California.
Fuck, yeah. Where do we move? You move out of the country.
The amount of people
Italy.
in
Let's go to
California.
Italy.
I'm not going to move out of the country.
No, you're not. But I might.
You're not going to move out of the country.
Why
Stop
not?
it. You,
Why
you
not?
sound like one of those liberal retards.
I'm a
libtards.
libtard. I'm a libtard.
Yeah.
Because
Doug-
Basshole doesn't
Doug-
translate
call
in
me-
Italian.
call me
Okay,
Dougie
that's why you're
Libtard.
not going to move.
Basholio. Yes, it does. What are you talking about? The Basholio show. Hey.
Oh, should we talk about the fish off thing or no?
What's the
No,
fish
no,
off?
no. Look. I'm distancing myself from that whole thing. It's done. We've covered it enough. It's done.
I think you should tell her.
I told her before we were recording.
All right, all right,
but,
all right.
We're done with that.
We're done. All right.
I don't want to get sued.
All right, you guys hungry?
Yeah. All right. So let's close this
my
up.
feelings.
Guys, I want to thank everyone for watching the live version of the Basshole podcast.
Thank you so
sorry we had some
D,
technical.
thank you so much for watching.
Sorry we had some technical frozen situations.
I'm not
going
sorry.
on.
Thank you for looking at my face.
Well, yeah, we got to. At least it was stuck on Jessica, who's attractive.
Yeah, that-
My
Yeah, we're-
Libra face.
Yeah, it wasn't one of us ugly fucks.
yeah.
I know, my God.
Yeah, thank you for watching. This is our first live thing in a while, so I don't know how it went, but it was fun to do. Happy election day. I don't know what's gonna happen. Everyone's on edge still. We're gonna have a few more drinks and have some food. What does everyone have going on this week? Anything? Any shows? What's going on?
I said I agree with Jessica. These are the worst assassins in history.
Assassins.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who is that?
I don't know.
D.
D. You're my favorite.
D's our like #1 fan.
Yeah.
D.
That and
D.
there's a guy Donovan that comes to the live shows all the time. He comes to every show, and
Oh, yeah?
I want to give him a shout out. Actually, Donovan, if you're listening, he comes to the live shows. I think he listens to the podcast. He's always at the shows. He's a big fan. Thank you for supporting it. And D, yeah, thank you, D, as well. She's been a long time listener.
Yeah.
All right, Rob, what do you got going on?
I got nothing going on. I got shows in December. Right now, I am moving.
Oh yeah,
and
you're
I
moving.
Oh,
How's that
yeah.
going?
I am doing
How is that going?
writing and
Rob's moving to the valley. We're never
that
gonna
is
see him
it.
again. We're never
Yeah,
gonna see
you're
Rob.
dead to me.
This is Rob's last episode.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I'm not gonna be here.
Rob's going to the village, the Valley Village.
The valley.
No, I'm Studio City.
Oh,
Studio City.
no, that's 2 blocks up. No.
Studio City. Oh, you know, like
Studio City's nice.
where all
I
the
lived
famous
there.
people live.
I
you know
lived there
what
for
I
a
mean?
couple of years. I
And
love
Rob.
Studio City.
And myself.
famous people and Rob.
So Rob's gonna invite us over. We're gonna go to the valley. check
Nah,
that out.
nah.
No?
I have a pool. You guys can't come over or whatever.
All right. Well,
Maybe I'll invite you guys over. I don't know.
Man, when you get some money, look at what happens.
yeah, right.
Get some money.
Yeah. This is why you voted for Trump, I guess.
I know. Yeah, but this.
Could you
wouldn't have
imagine?
my
If
pool.
I can't
in
imagine
Studio
because you're going to be
City.
doing that fucking trumpet for another 12 years. I love it.
no, I
can't wait.
4 years.
You'll
Worst
stretch
case
it out.
scenario
I'll tell
for
you,
me.
stay your life.
Worst case scenario is I can't do it anymore. And then if
can still do it.
If he wins, then I can do it for another 4 years, and then
Yeah.
it adds on whatever. But you know, who knows?
You multiply it by 3, yeah. I'm going to start doing Trump material now.
Yeah, okay, let's hear your Trump.
I don't have one.
Ah, come on.
Everybody has a Trump. It's so easy.
You gotta be able to do it.
I already won. Everyone's
Nuts.
everyone's a liar. Fuck that bitch.
She's a fucking cunt.
She's a cunt. I'm gonna blow the microphone right now. Oh yeah.
Jessica, gotta do it.
You gotta do it. It's the accent. It's the biggest thing. It's the biggest thing that's ever happened. It's not that big. It's bigger than you big. I know big. Have you seen me?
Big
you
me.
know big.
Big me.
I know golf. I know big. It's not the craziest thing you've ever heard.
No, keep going. Come on. gotta
I
do
know,
it.
gotta
do it.
come on like crazy. Come on nonsense.
Rob, you're a very good Trump. I like what you're doing.
Come on,
All right.
chameleon.
All right, now let me see your Kamala, Rob. Go ahead.
I don't know.
No, that was evil.
That's her laugh.
Jess, do you have a Kamala impression?
I don't have a Kamala impression. I don't know.
Oh,
That was evil too.
All right, I'm gonna do mine. Ready?
I guess I could have just laughed like I normally do, like a woman laughing.
Yeah,
that would have
exactly.
been fine.
I'll do mine now. I want to thank you for voting for us. That's it. I don't know. These are
That's
all
probably
horrible.
the best of all of us.
That
I'll be
was
honest.
that was the best one, unfortunately.
Was it really?
Yeah,
Oh,
we were
yeah,
that
yeah.
bad.
No, we're not. No one prepared
The
for that.
bar was so low on that one.
Well, I've been working on that for years. So.
Oh yeah. Because she was so relevant 4 years ago.
Yeah, man, I was a big district attorney fan of San Francisco.
Another thing that Trump supporters say is like, "Oh yeah, hasn't done anything 4 years." What vice president has done anything?
Yeah, Mike Pence. What did he do?
exactly.
The only thing I remember that he did is he had that fly on his head. That was it.
Oh yeah.
So does that mean Mike Pence was running everything when Trump was president? Like
Dick Cheney was the only vice president that
the
did anything.
arguments are so fucking ridiculous.
Cheney.
I don't
He
understand.
was the only vice president that ran stuff. I think that was it.
Hey, listen,
Because he shot somebody.
yeah, in
Hunter-
the face.
That's the only reason he's notable.
Yeah. But I mean, he did a lot. I think
He also did a lot of war crimes and created a lot of shit.
I think
in
he
the
did a
background.
lot of shit.
And his
behind
name
the
is
scenes.
Dick. Jesus Christ.
I know,
Yeah.
Richard.
The fact that we accept that as a nickname for Richard is insane to me.
Never understood it.
I like.
Doesn't even sound like
we went
Richard.
over that with
Anytime I
Chasta.
talk to anybody and I have to call them Dick, I'm like, this is dirty. I don't
When-
like this.
when
You
you
talk to a dick? You know
I
a
know
dick?
an old man named Richard,
Oh, of
and he
course,
goes
old
by
man.
Dick. And I'm like, hey, Dick, do you got the reports? Like, it sounds so
Dickie.
stupid.
Dickie.
What reports does he give you? What are you talking about?
His
We
dick
don't need to
report.
talk
His
about
dick
that.
report.
We don't need to talk about the
All right,
reports.
Jessica, what do you have going on? Anything?
She's all over the place.
No, I'm not actually I'm pretty chill this week. I have a fundraiser on Sunday that I'm doing, or
Fundraiser?
Saturday.
What are you doing? Funding for Trump? What are you doing?
It's a funding for abortion rights. No, it's a blanket drive I'm hosting.
Blanket?
But after that, I'm going to be in San Diego on the 14th.
Oh,
That's the next thing I'm actually doing.
where
In
at?
San Diego at the Madhouse
nice.
on the 14th.
All right, cool.
And
Are
that's
you
it.
headlining?
No, oh my God, no.
No.
No. I'm just a human. Just a human there.
They're just giving you $20 and be like, all right, and like, yeah, like.
Just give me
figure out.
a free drink and a pat on
Hey,
the back.
that's not
and
bad.
saying,
That's not bad.
I love the fact that these places in San Diego still pull this bullshit. It's like, come on, man, like give them a room and board. Like
They should be giving you a room at least.
I remember I stayed at a hostel when I was there for a weekend. It's like it was like, are you serious?
my cousin lives there, so thank God I got a place to stay if I need to. But
Yeah.
I usually just drive down, drive back.
I am. We have the Basshole show in San Diego actually this weekend, Sunday, November 10th at 8 p.m. Tickets are on sale at the National Lampoon's Yellow Door at 8 p.m. We'll be doing that. So yeah, I'll be down there Sunday. I might stay the night. I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
Do it. Stay the night. Enjoy San Diego.
I might try.
It's not like you're gonna be
Get
sober for your
dick
show.
suck. Come on.
Oh my God. All right.
Use your blue chew.
Lose your blue chew.
Let's be appropriate here. All right.
Yeah, and the rest of the podcast
This is
has
election.
been
This
crazy.
is election night.
Oh, I'm
Let's
sorry
have some
about
class. What happened in the suit? You said you were going to wear a suit. What happened?
Oh, well, no one else was gonna wear a suit, so why would
Why would
I
I wear a
suit?
suit?
Because we wanted you to show up with one.
If we were gonna go reporter, I would have.
All right. November 10th, San Diego, Yellow Door. And then we're going to be at the Improv the night before Thanksgiving Eve, November 27th at 8:30 p.m. at the Hollywood Improv. It's going to be a big drinking night, big party night. Yeah. Great. All right. And I don't know who's going to win the election. We'll see if we have an America tomorrow, if people don't burn it down. Everyone stay safe, be political, stand up for your rights. God bless America, I guess. Go Kamala. If you
Go
disagree with me, I don't
Kamala.
know. Sign off in the fucking YouTube comments like you will, you trolls.
And then subscribe.
And subscribe as well, yeah. All right,
follow
we
us on
thank you
Instagram.
guys. Remember, don't be a basshole, but if you are, laugh about it. Ciao.
You've been listening to I'm a Basshole with Doug Bass. Follow us on Instagram at Basshole Show. Think you deserve to be on the show? Email us at contact@bassholeshow.com and visit our website at www.bassholeshow.com and get the latest information. Subscribe on Spotify or wherever you get your podcast fix. And don't miss the full videos on YouTube. Remember, don't be a basshole, but if you are, laugh about it. We'll see you next time.